Welcome everybody to episode number 62 of the Sunday Sequence Break. There you go. It's after one delay, only one though. We fixed it up and we managed to get Link's Awakening DX. Cool. Probably planned this to happen about a year ago, but it doesn't matter. The scene died, then it came back, but it's so good. But it doesn't matter. We'll get to our guests in just a sec, but with me as usual, here we are. We have PJ.
Hello.
There is. We got Fiesel.
Good evening. We
have Mr. Russ.
Hey,
right. I like it. There's me. I was gonna A. Actually, Russ took the A from me, so I can't A.
Man,
that letter is
my
forever
signature.
gone.
Don't worry. Yeah, I know. It's just because when you weren't here, I was doing the A.
Yeah.
Like, because we needed to start the show with one, and when you've not been here, so I wasn't doing it. But it's cool. Don't worry about it.
You've been doing the H. But
I have been doing the H, but
it's like the A, but it has a rough finish.
One part of the DJ, and I said I was sorry.
Like you pretty much have to use a vowel, don't you? If it's just going to be like one letter.
Yeah.
How do you do an H? Just
well, H is like A, except it has a harsher finish.
It starts with a vowel.
Right.
Like if you write H down, and you'll see it starts with an A.
okay.
Anyway.
So okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Right. No.
Obviously me, Flicky. Then our special guest this week, we have... I was meant to ask how to say your name, but it's Giacob?
I say Giacob, actually.
Giacob.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it might be sort of Italian, pseudo-Italian, but it's really not.
It actually has Italian roots. I don't know how it's supposed to be said. It's actually a chess play.
A chess play with a B on the end?
No, without the B.
I was going to say.
Yeah,
so
I
I'm going to
added the
teach
B.
you. So GI is G. So with
Okay.
Yeah. U is U. O is O, so it would be Giacob. Something like that. I can't say it properly, but
Okay.
Giacob. You have to pronounce each vowel.
Okay,
I can't.
I
I'll
know how to say my name now. I will.
Okay. That's
Take
cool.
into account.
Just call yourself Jacob. It's a lot easier to say.
That actually is a good point. There's
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 different pronunciations of my name.
Yeah. Mine's just got one. It's very simple. But
I should have
like
gotten
the
or something like that.
Let's move on to somebody whose name is easier to say. It's Tompa.
Good evening.
Welcome back, Tompa.
Thank you.
How long has it been?
X weeks and 2 days.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
Too long.
Too
Yep.
long. I remember that famous Friday episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's running on PAL time, so it's a little bit... the 2 days comes from
Exactly.
that.
Oh, that's true, yeah. The 2 days behind.
Yeah.
Alright, so... we now do the recap. Sorry, I need to close this video. Why am I looking at that? That's no problem. We're going to do the recap. I got it. So, PJ, I know you've got some stories to tell about this week because you've decided to do something a bit different.
Yeah, so since BoxFat couldn't make it to SGDQ, Solstice was dropped. But I really liked that game, so I didn't want it to be dropped. So I picked it back up. And, so I started, officially learning it on Monday. And then, on Saturday I got the record. Well, actually, on Friday I got the record. My third attempt was 2 seconds behind the record with 4 deaths, and then, 40 minutes later I got it. Yeah, so I took the record from Lucid in about a week, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it, just a lot of Solstice.
I enjoy that game because it's like... I thought the music sucked. And then it turns out it's amazing.
Yeah.
It turns out it's, ridiculously good.
Well, I
Because
thought
I think it was just because I was hearing
the
the first, 30 seconds again and again.
Right, if you're hearing
And
30
then-
seconds, you're doing pretty well. When I was a kid,
Yeah.
I only heard, the first 8 seconds.
And then the
And
there's the,
you're dead.
Right.
There's the la 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 niceness, and there's the oh, it's the Silver Surfer guy reminder.
And then the scream from the most buff wizard in history.
Yeah. What's the noise when it dies? It's awful, isn't
It's
it?
amazing. I still don't think it's him screaming. I think it's the spike screaming from him landing on it. But, yeah, it's a really
think it's
cool
just-
game. I really enjoy running it. It's pretty neat.
And it's only 6 minutes, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But more about that later.
Yeah, Feezy.
Measy.
Oh,
Yeah.
how have you
So-
not said Measy after all these 62 episodes? You've never said Measy before.
Well, we still find ways to surprise each other after all this time, Flicky.
Yeah.
That's why our relationship is so strong.
Aw. Well, so speaking of... No, I don't even have a good segue. So basically,
You
what
could have
have I
just
been doing?
tried.
I
Flicky
could've
doesn't know
tried.
what a good segue is, so
He's not
anything
even listening. He's watching.
They're all good. They're all good.
anything that begins with "speaking of" and finishes a sentence is okay.
Right.
Speaking of, they're all good. So
Yeah.
Perfect.
Speaking
So,
of brilliant
yeah.
segues,
Brilliant segues. So I've been basically doing no kind of attempts. I've only been practicing and just stuff that I hadn't planned to be practicing at this point. But what the heck, it's much more fun than trying to finish Ninja Turtle attempts. I've been practicing Darkwing Duck and Battle of Olympus quite a lot. In particular, Battle of Olympus I'm finally starting to get the hang of. Like, most of the run is just a lot of traveling from one spot to the next, which is not really that exciting, and then a lot of grinding, but some of the boss fights are just so tricky, and I'm finally getting consistent enough that I could probably beat the game with only a couple deaths at best. So that's like, that's a milestone, I'd say.
that's a nice one.
I might start actually running the game with a timer now that I, consistent enough that I can beat all the bosses, etc.
That's
it's
always
nice
the
being able
first
to
step.
run a game with the timer. That's
Yeah,
like a
I
big
guess.
milestone.
It is. Well, because, before I could do, 95% of it, but, I would get blocked at the Minotaur fight or something like that. Now I don't think there's anything that's that bad.
Because my games are generally quite a bit longer than yours, my breakthrough is when I can finish the game in one sitting. That's like my bit, and then I can start timing it.
Yeah, I could probably play, all the games I know in one sitting.
Yeah.
The Feasel Marathon is an hour and a half.
Right, yeah.
71 games. And most of that's highlights. So
Most of it's highlight, yeah.
yeah. All right, Russ.
Hey, I haven't really been doing a whole
been
lot of.
rustling up in the speedrun kitchen.
Oh, I see what you did there, man.
Yeah.
Not really. It's been pretty dry though. I've got some scraps, but I haven't really been doing a whole lot of runs the past week or week and a half or so. I did a SGL, helped out with SGL on Thursday. It's probably the biggest thing I did this week.
Cool.
Mostly just working on some other projects and other non-speedrunning stuff. I did play through Rockman 4 Minus Infinity a couple of times just to gonna try to stay on top of that. And
That's AKA the best ROM hack ever, right?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
it is the best. It's awesome. But I have fun with it. I still know the strats. It seems like I still have everything down. So I was even finding a couple of new things. So I just want to make sure I have a handle on that for SGDQ, which is in 6 or 7 weeks right now.
Cool.
Going to be pretty cool. That's about it.
Awesome. I myself, I did a Bayonetta run yesterday. I decided to go back to when life was good and I didn't have to work all the time. And I stayed up and started a run at half midnight or something like that and finished about 3 a.m., which was lovely, just like I used to. It was quite nice to run while being extremely tired again, and it went okay. I played a bunch of Metal Gear Rising, and I'm within 3 minutes of the world record time, and I lost 6.5 minutes from his run, game time. So I don't know what happened there.
Huh.
But
Sounds like you're
that's
cheating.
I think I'm just better at menus, and that's where all the time comes from. 3 minutes of menus in a game where you only have to shop 4 times. That's my excuse. But I watched his videos and I was like, okay, so where's he getting to? What the hell? These stages are so much better than mine. So I'm just going to steal those strategies and then drive it down. But I know the time can come down. I imagine any of the other guys with good times will just dump it as soon as they play it again. So that's all good. Aside from that, been watching some streams. I actually did stream this week 3 times, which is amazing.
Whoa.
Which is infinity more times than I've streamed ever before.
How did Twitch let that happen?
I don't know. It was basically I did a clever loop where I streamed to Ustream and then had somebody restream that to Twitch.
Oh, okay.
And that's how it worked. Aside from that, I'd like to give a shout out to Persona 4 Arena, which I bought yesterday and is really good. So there you go. That's my random thing. Just to make it seem like I haven't been doing anything productive, I'll mention something else. Yeah, cool. Jakob. What you doing?
I have, as far as speedrunning in the last few weeks at least, I just actually got a new job, so I haven't been doing a whole lot. 3 weeks ago, I kind of went into hardcore LADX mode, just trying to get as many records as I could, but I guess we'll get to that later. I'm still doing, like, Ocarina of Time bingos occasionally. And I don't really do a whole lot of runs outside of races. I'm a big SRL guy. So, The only game I'm any good at is actually LADX. I don't have much else to say.
That's all good. I'm not good at any of my games, and I still talk about them, so...
I'm not good at anything at all. I still have things to talk about.
PJ's not even good at drinking, and he does that all the time.
Right, yeah, I've been practicing that for forever. I'm practicing right now, actually. This episode is sponsored by Dale's Pal Al.
Dale knew he had to make a pale ale.
Well, I almost made a promise to him that if I got sub 6 Solstice yesterday, that I would have one of the audio commentaries be just drinking beer. But I didn't succeed, so that's not happening.
That'd be good. Alright, and Tommy.
Well, I've mostly been working on my two-shifted speedrun of Donkey Kong Land, which sucks. Because I don't really like the game. I compare it too much with the SNES version. And I've also been trying to stream, but I haven't had time for it because of work. And the one time I was supposed to stream, my computer didn't want to start, so whatever. And I've also been starting a Four Swords speedrun with a friend, co-op mode. That's going to happen one day, we'll see.
Yeah.
Co-op speedruns are a lot of fun.
I have a question. Are you running anything at ESA?
I'm running Donkey Kong Country.
Alright. Have you been practicing?
I'm supposed to stream.
Yeah.
I'm making off-stream runs right now.
You're racing Closty, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. I knew that, BJ. I didn't just look it up right now. But hey, speaking of the games Tompa runs, I was hoping he was going to say he's doing LADX at the thing, but it doesn't matter.
You took so long with that segue, we're losing time on this split now.
We're going to segue anyway, it's fine.
Thanks, Flicky.
You interrupted me, I hate you.
I'm splitting. It's time for LADX.
It's time to split on over to LADX. Hello. It's Los Angeles something X Airport. Or Link's Awakening DX. Game Boy Color version. Nice and fun. Best game, best Zelda game, right? Just to take a vote, best Zelda game. All agree?
Vote yes.
Vote yes?
Well, it's the game I've played the most of them, at least. But I'm not sure if I like this or A Link to the Past more.
Press 444 if Link's Awakening is your favourite game ever, and then we can move on. But it's good.
I don't know where I press.
I don't know either, but there's going to be 444s popping up all over the internet right now.
Sure.
There it is.
Here they come.
There they are. It's all good.
I'm just changing all my passwords to that now.
Hey, I just got this text from you, PJ. It just says 444. Oh, sorry, Mum. I was just...
I sent that to the wrong person.
But hey, so... I would like a little tiny summary from Jakob about Link's Awakening DX. What is it?
Okay, it is, well, first of all, the best game of all time, but we established that. So
Yeah,
past that, it's
You got the fours.
the first handheld Zelda game. It comes in two versions, Link's Awakening Black and White and Link's Awakening DX, which is in color with a couple of differences. They're basically the same game. I think it came out in you can see on the title screen, in 1993 and 1998 for the DX version.
Mm-hmm.
It's, as far as speedrunning goes, the reason I think it's really interesting is it's got some really interesting movement characteristics. The way you move around in this game is not like anything else I've ever seen. It's got some really cool tricks. The game's got a really great sense of humor about it through the whole thing. And it's also got some very broken glitches, which are interesting in themselves, and we'll get to all of this in more detail later.
It's also the first Game Boy Color game I owned.
Same with me, actually.
Yeah,
Why can you
I
not
still
push
don't own the
this?
DX version.
It took me 5 years to beat it because I couldn't even get past the first dungeon when I was a kid.
I say I'm so glad about that because it took me about a year and a half because I got stuck in the dungeon where you have to blow up the wall. And when I went back and saw that there was a path that leads into the wall, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? How did I get stuck here? Pretty much just shows you where to go. But anyway, that's not
Why
important.
can you push those spiky things without being destroyed?
Because you have a shield.
Oh,
Silly PJ.
You're using your hands, though. You can see him pushing. He's even sweating when he's pushing them.
They're heavy, man. What do you want to do? But anyway, so yeah, it's amazing, right?
yes. Absolutely.
Now, about running this game, Tompa, you need to tell us all about it.
Oh boy, here we go.
Here we go, the history. For me, like, running this game started, like, back in 96 when I was first playing the game. It was at my grandma's place, as my cousin lived there, and I borrowed this game all the time. I started playing, like, 6 a.m. each morning. I was there and run out of batteries quickly because I played non-stop. Anyway, in, like, 2003, 4 sometimes, I thought like, oh, how far can I beat this game, by the way? I have no idea. So I just did a playthrough, got to 1 hour and 52 minutes.
That's surprisingly low, actually, for like a spontaneous decision.
Yeah, it took me a while to get that low.
I've played this game like all my life, so I thought, I'm kind of good. And then later I looked up, like, if someone else had done such runs in games. And I first found some Super Mario Bros. 3 time attacks. And then I got to SDA. I asked that topic like what the record was for this game. And then it was 207 on Twin Galaxies. That was approximately 50 minutes faster than that one. This kind of surprised me. And later on, TSA did a run for the DX version, which was 1 hour and 45 minutes. And then Warpal Edge did a regular Link's Awakening run that took 1.5 hours. Like, people have been switching between the DX version and the normal version, the black and white. It's the black and white version is faster because you can skip more text in it. But the DX version looks better, so I don't know. And then Tigger started playing the game in 2010, 2009. Did a few runs on the SDA. You got the 117, I think, on the DX version. At the lowest point. And then EXO came around and destroyed him totally. Pushed it down with a segmented run of the non-DX version in 1 hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah, that run is incredible. You mean you did 2 segmented runs because on the last segment you just destroyed his world.
Yeah, I found a new clip to make him redo. I did it twice even.
You didn't tell about Frog Song Skip till the end?
Well, I didn't found it.
Oh, I see.
Well, the Frog Song Skip was known, but I hadn't found a console version of it, pretty much. It was TAS only.
EXO doesn't believe in TAS to me, so...
It still should be TAS only.
And now Mr. Jacob, as we call him, got like all the records.
Yeah.
Both versions, more or less.
So it's like a little revival of DX. It's Jacob and Ducky.
Yep.
Yeah, amongst some other people, but yeah, he's playing a lot now.
Yeah. So you've basically now got everything except that segmented.
Yeah.
Because fuck doing segmented.
Yeah.
Good, glad we got it. So, tell us about running this game, right? We got some general techniques here. Or do you want to mention the categories? You can do those, actually, those work.
So, there are basically 3 categories in this game. The first one is called any % glitched. Sometimes it's just called any %. And that allows any glitch you want to use at all. And those glitches include the doghouse glitch, screen warping, and other such things. And I think we're getting to those later in the show. The next category is just any %, sometimes called any % warpless because you can't use those glitches. And that takes, by the way, the glitched runs take like 5 to 6 minutes. The any % runs take around the hour and 15 to hour and 25 minute range, depending on like black and white Japanese versus non-Japanese. And no save and quit is also a very popular category for this game. And then there's 100%, and you have to get everything, which includes all the photographs, all the item upgrades, all the hearts, and beat the color dungeon.
Oh, you had to beat the color dungeon. That
Yeah.
okay, cool. I need to watch that then.
Even though there's a glitch where you can get the red tunic without beating it, it would be silly to let you use that. It would be like letting RBA be in Ocarina of Time, 100%.
I remember getting
scooping up bugs.
getting in arguments at school because my friend chose the blue tunic, and I was like, "Why are you such an idiot? What the hell? Why would you pick the blue tunic, right?"
Pretty much.
God damn it. Okay. So cool. Yeah, that's quite a few of those categories then. As far as I'm aware then, it's the any percent no save and quit's like the main one, right?
Yeah, that's what most people play.
And no one plays the glitch version because it's so boring.
Yeah.
Right, because you just sort of get
it's
the
just
time.
complete randomness. There's nothing but luck, basically.
Alright. Okay then. So tell us then about movement and so on. Oh,
Okay.
you missed the key. That's cool.
I did miss.
Don't worry about it. We'll
As
just
you can see. So, movement in this game is quite interesting. As you can see, it's your standard. On the surface, it's a standard like top-down game. You can use the D-pad. I use the analog stick actually, but most people use the D-pad. You can move like any cardinal direction and diagonals. Now, once you get the Rock's Feather, it actually speeds your movement in the following way. When you jump diagonally, you move faster than
So
diagonally.
the feather actually allows you to jump. For those of you who don't know.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
So
People aren't used to being able to jump in Zelda games, so they're like,
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, so here's a video that kind of just shows how all the different kinds of movement work. This is just walking around a bit, and here comes the feather, and you can noticeably see that when you jump diagonally, you go a lot faster because we're moving the same speed, like up and left at once. So it's actually like times the square root of 2 to be precise. And so Pegasus boots, it's kind of like Link to the Past boots, except you can move around while they're charging, which makes it really interesting because you need to find the complete optimal ways to start running in one direction, and then at the very last minute you flick the control stick down, and then you start actually dashing that way. So the movement in this game can actually get really complex. It's really hard sometimes to tell, should I be jumping or should I be dashing in two directions here?
Mm-hmm.
And it's even crazy in the task because there's so many glitches you can do with holding up plus down at the same time. We'll get to that later.
Because you have to do it in that slow menu to set them up, to change stuff.
The menu takes a while, so you need to pick one and stick with it for a while, usually.
So it's just, is there just a case of knowing where to use what and when to use what and having Tompa tell you what's the best?
Basically, although sometimes it's so close to the same that it doesn't matter, you can just pick one.
Alright, so that's the main movement stuff. There's a bunch of glitches and tricks we'll get to in a sec, but there's a few little general things we thought we'd go over first. Save warping, a little bit about that is the usual deal, right, is it?
Yeah, except in this game, it's absurdly fast. It literally takes under 2 seconds to save and then get back, and instead of going to a central location, you go to whatever the last entrance you used was. So if save warps are allowed, you'll literally be save warping once every 30 seconds for the entire run, because you will literally enter a room, open a chest, and save warp to get back to the entrance to that room. That's how fast it is.
Oh, wow. I know there's a lot of stuff as well where you enter a room, travel all the way across the other side of the map, do one thing there, and then save quit, and you're back at that room. Sup.
It's a very neat thing to do.
Yeah. Okay, some text skipping?
Yes.
Yeah, that's also changed in the DX version, because in the black and white, you can skip many texts with the B button. Like if they have 5 text boxes, you can skip the last 4 by pressing B. That doesn't work with the US DX version. It works in the European versions and the Japanese version, however. So those are faster because of that. And when you open a chest, like you see here, if you open up the save and quit menu, you can skip the text from the chest. And that's usually faster. Always faster, rather.
That's crazy that, to quit the game, to a menu like that and go back.
Yeah. That is used all the time in the game.
Yeah. Nope.
You bring that up by pressing A, B, start select at the same time.
I remember watching Tigger's classic games done quick run of this. Every time you open up the menu here, it's what's this guy doing? He has
Yeah,
no
exactly.
idea how to play this game. He just keeps opening up the quit menu.
To me, it looks like the first time is like, you know, if you ever try to spam to skip a cutscene or skip a text or something like that, and then it's that one where you can't skip it, and you accidentally pause the game. That's what it thought it was. I was like, he can't even skip opening this chest properly. What's going on?
When I started playing the regular seasons, I tried to skip a text box the same way. But if you press A, B, start selecting the vehicles, you reset the game instead.
Ah, good.
That
happens a lot, actually. If you want to skip a text and then start moving down, and you click down too early, you're doing a no save and quit run. Your run ends because you just broke the rules of the run.
Nice. All right. We just glimpsed it there. We saw it a bit earlier, but this is one of the best ones. Stealing from the shop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In this game, there's a shop, and you can buy things like the shovel and the bow. But the bow in particular costs 990 rupees, which is completely just barely that much money in the game.
Yeah.
But you can make the shopkeeper look at you and then run out the door, and it's completely intended. It's not like a glitch or anything.
Yeah.
And then when you come back in, and he kills you.
The shopkeeper is the ultimate warrior.
Yeah. Doesn't matter how many hearts you have. If you could go in there with a guardian acorn, 4 hearts, and a blue tunic, and he'll still just kill you.
Why doesn't he just go kill Ganon?
Yeah.
Well, there's no
yeah,
gap.
precisely.
That's why.
He's so powerful.
And as soon as you kill anything, everyone, no matter what your name was at the beginning, everyone in the game calls you thief from now on. Anytime your name is supposed to be used.
Yeah. There was a sense of shame when I was playing it with friends, and they'd be like, "Oh, you're called Thief." Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess I stole from the shop.
Don't you worry about it. So, if you name your character Thief from the get-go, does the shopkeeper murder you the first time you go in the shop?
I don't think so.
No, they
No.
just treat
Yeah.
you the same, but then everybody starts calling you Thief.
Okay.
Because that's already your name.
So it's not like they just check for your name.
Yeah, it's not that.
It's not,
Okay.
because when I played it through a second time, I named myself Thief to see if it did anything. And
You
it
can
doesn't.
Shopkeeper's like, hold on a minute, what are you doing in here?
You can steal more than once. As soon as he kills you, you're just a regular customer to him again. He doesn't care.
Yeah. You just go in and buy some bombs for 10 rupees and then steal his shovel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why did I let him back in? This guy's an awesome.
Well, you can't steal a shovel after you buy the bomb, because you have to buy the shovel first before the bombs appear.
Yes, stupid.
Sorry. Alright. Okay, so this one's a little bit different. We got wall clipping.
Okay, so wall clipping is a very, very abstract technique. The idea is that all the walls in the game, if you push up against them, get really close to them and start walking along them, you can clip a little bit into them. So a little bit of link will be in the wall, and that's not really a useful glitch by itself. It is sometimes, for example, if there's an enemy that's, blocking a path and there's a wall above him, you can clip into the wall and just run past him without taking damage. But it's also very useful for, a variety of other glitches, and it'll come up a lot. You'll be hearing the word wall clip a lot, as we're talking about these tricks.
See, how clever is this organizing that we've given you a taster of what's to come?
Yeah.
So now you can wrap your head around wall clipping, but remember that later, alright?
Those dancing
Okay.
pickles are the best enemy.
Oh boy. I don't know, man. I quite like the Goombas. I mean, whatever they are. Okay,
I like the bloopers.
yeah, I like the potato guys, actually.
The pickles are so happy, though.
You know the potato ones that walk towards you?
I think that the cucumber,
when
the
you-
green things are called dicks in the German version.
Called dicks, so you say.
Yeah, well, the translator for dicks. I don't
Oh.
know the German word for it. I think that's what they call them.
Fair
Okay.
enough. Sideways block pushing. It's
Okay.
always cool when you see
Yeah.
this the first time.
You want to take this one, Tapa?
Oh, sure. Back when I was playing the game in 96, 97, I found all these weird glitches, like most of them. And if you stand between the two blocks, for some of them you have to wall click first. Like this one's in here in the Eagle Tower. But you push straight up between two blocks. You can make one of them move to the left or the right, or up or down, depending on what you take. And that skips some path in the Eagle's Tower, for example. It's also done in They've done in the Turtles Rock. to make a neat shortcut as well.
Wait a minute.
It's really cool.
These guys are card suits.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
We were talking about that
We were
earlier,
just
PJ,
talking
do you
about
remember?
this.
Yeah.
Indeed.
We knew. We clearly knew.
Huh.
Spades and diamonds. Or whatever topical.
Or,
Which one's higher?
Spades is higher, unless you're in Italy. We discussed this.
Yeah.
Grubs.
And then you get in a fight with somebody about which is the highest suit. But anyway. And then there's the piece of power. Because it wouldn't be a 2D Zelda game without having to count.
Okay, yeah. So here's the reason that no save and quit is a really interesting category. There's a thing called the piece of power, and if you're first playing through, you'll probably think it drops randomly. Like it's a flashing triangle. You pick it up, you move really fast, and you do a ton of damage with your sword. But it's actually not random. Every time you kill exactly 32 enemies, it drops. So when you're doing it, because it gets reset when you save and quit, so when you do a no save and quit run, one of the things you're doing is you're counting enemies so that you get them at the best times, because, for example, if you leave a dungeon and you have a piece of power, it disappears. So you want to have them for as long as possible. So generally you want to wait until you enter a dungeon, kill one enemy, and then get it instantly, so you can have it for the whole dungeon.
Does anything
question
reset
of-
the counter?
Dying and saving and quitting, and if you get hit 3 times, you lose it, but that doesn't reset the counter.
Okay. So you said dying and saving and quitting reset the counter?
Yes.
Okay.
So, in a save and quit run, there's no piece of power at all.
No.
Okay, right. This is cool, because we got Tomper on the show. So we're talking about glitches and tricks now. He has kindly organized these into 3 different categories. There's a first set. Actually, I don't know if he did this or Jacob did this, but there's a medium difficulty. Oh, there you go. There's medium difficulty, there's very difficult, and then there's banned or restricted. So
Yeah.
let's go right into this one. Catfish Moore's early boss key.
Indeed. When you have the Pegasus boots, the game normally allows you to only jump over...
Actually, that's
3,
one thing. Hang on a minute. That's one thing we should probably mention. What's your dungeon order? Because it's not 1 to 8, is it?
It's close. It's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 7, 4.
1, 2, 3, half of 4, 5, 6,
Oh, yeah.
8, 7,
Oh,
and the rest of 4. As we enter Dungeon 4 early, not early, the same time, the normal time we enter it. But after we get the flipper, we re-exit. Exit, rather.
Sure.
Because when you beat the dungeon, you get a ghost side quest, and you can skip that ghost by not finishing the dungeon. Playing it later on instead.
Alright. There you go. So there you go. Sorry, Catfish Moore, carry on, because I figured you might need to mention that one.
This spot here...
Is it level 5?
Yes.
Okay.
This spot here is 4 tiles wide in the holes. And normally you can only jump over 3 holes. But if your timing is correct, you keep pushing down all the time, you can clear the gap.
Jeez,
And this
that's
saves
crazy.
some time getting it earlier.
Because you don't need to get the hook shot then.
Yeah, you have to anyway later on, but you can get it earlier, the key.
Damn.
And this glitch is easily done when you jump down or up instead of left or right. Because of the way the holes work, I don't know. They push it down in a weird way. But this one is pretty easy if you practice it a bit. The first time you will fail a lot, probably.
Okay, slime key tricks, because if this is the one I think it is, this one's really cool.
Yeah, this is 2 tricks in one video, basically.
Whoa.
So, to get the slime key, you have to get the leaves, talk to Richard, and then go into this area with a bunch of grass, and then you dig up the slime key, and then you're supposed to just walk back out and walk back through his house, which takes a long time. But there are 2 glitches you can do to make this really, really fast. First of all, well, there's kind of this jump across this hole is actually not intended, so that makes it a lot faster too. So I guess there's 3. But okay, so when you what is going to happen in this video is Link is going to kill a grass that covers a hole, and then kind of walk partially over it and go down at the screen, and then the game thinks that he's actually moved over another tile on top of the next set of grass, so it assumes that he wants to he just jumped off a cliff or something, because there's no other way he could be up there. So he jumps all the way down across all the grass and out of the villa entirely. And
It's a
that
cool trick.
saves. Yeah.
I remember seeing that at AGDQ the first time, and everyone was like, "Whoa!" And Tickle's like, "It's not impressive."
Yeah.
These are actually pretty easy tricks for the most part. And this next one is you just wall clipping. First of all, you wall clip into this keyhole, and then you face forward and walk backwards, and that lets you
I
open
love
it
that
from the wrong
keyhole.
side.
It's so cool. You need to work on your keyhole stuff. I don't know how old this is, but still. 2
I know.
keyholes out of 2 have been messed up. That's not good enough, man. We should get
I
more.
actually just recorded this. I did the old method on purpose because it looks cooler. Now,
Right.
what you do now is you just hold your sword out and walk back into it. It's really fast, but it doesn't look nearly as cool.
I like it. I love just... Yeah, there we go. You put the key in the hole. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay, mirror shields. Oh boy, this one is good too. This one's good too.
Yeah.
I don't know who wants to talk about it.
I
though.
I've had
go ahead.
conversation on mechanics.
I guess we can just alternate.
Yeah, just alternate.
Normally you have to play the Dungeon 7 first and get the mirror shield, like bypass this fire. But if you wall clip the left side of the wall and just keep on running all the time and hold up and then left, you can easily clear it. There are many methods to do this. The easiest one, if you get the potion, the magic potion that refills your health when you die, then you can just, because Link is blinking after he dies, so you can just walk through the fire.
That's,
Try
doing that.
that's Crazy Tracy's potion, by the way, that you need to get if you want to do that.
Yeah. Another
Try to
method
do-
is to clip with the hook shot. I think we had a clip of that one too.
Oh yeah, because that's one where the hook you don't take damage with the hook shot.
Yeah,
or something?
actually,
Yeah.
I don't think that got onto the document,
Okay.
but okay.
One way to do it, if you use the hook shot the same frame as you walk to a new screen, Link will become invincible, so you can just walk through enemies, which is kind of neat. So you can walk through the fire that way too.
All right. I remember the older methods were really just you to get your health bar entirely chunked. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Tigger going through there and
Yeah.
coming out with half a heart at the end.
half a heart, yeah,
And just being
that could
completely
happen.
calm.
not even caring.
Yeah.
And then I see that clip, and he's just like, "No, it's fine." Okay, and then walking on the ceiling.
Yeah,
I like
this
this
I'll
is,
take that. I'll
Okay,
take
yeah,
it.
go ahead.
By the way.
Yeah, it's mine. I want it.
Yeah.
Dibs.
Shout outs to my brother for finding this one actually.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Yeah. He was playing the game I was next to him, and he just jumped down this cliff. Jump, whatever.
Don't worry
And
about it.
cliff there and get like the sword was pushed the skull up there. It's kind of weird looking. But Link gets pushed into the wall, and then if you make a jump and hold down and right, you can jump up on the ceiling. You can walk between the rooms.
Hey, do you remember what I said about confusing make and do earlier? There you go. It's all good. Carry on.
I don't get it.
Don't worry. I'm just disappointed those cracks don't break. Oh man,
Yeah.
that's it. The cracks don't break on the ceiling.
But knowing this game, if they broke, it would just drop you into Ganon's.
Ganon's not in this game.
I'm sorry, it would bring you to the shopkeeper's ultimate form.
Yeah, there you go. Right, that's the true hard boss.
Yeah.
I've tried to find more places to do that bit, but I haven't found any useful ones.
Yeah.
There is a variation of it you'll see now, I think. Yep. The next bits, level 2 bracelets.
oh yeah. You take this one because I want Rooster Skiv.
Okay, go.
Now, I'd just like to point out to our audience, we have now moved into very difficult tricks.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
phase set 2, so...
You wouldn't do
Yeah,
this in your first run of this game.
Buckle up.
Plus-
Here it comes.
And some of them you wouldn't do on any run of this game.
Did you just run through that piranha plant? It's not fair.
Dude, have you not played Mario Brothers?
Oh yeah.
The
Like, yeah,
hitboxes
go
are...
through the
yeah.
steps.
Well, I haven't played it, but I've read the comments on YouTube, and I think it's cheating.
Most likely, yeah. Anyway, the bracelet skip, the bracelet 2 skip rather. I had found a method in the test to skip the bracelet, but that involved pressing up and down and left at the same time, or left, right, down. But I want to skip it in a real-time run as well. So I was just playing around normally, and jumped down a cliff, trying to like hit something with the sword, like in the previous split. So. And then I tried using the shield instead. I bumped into enemies like that as well. And then Link got stuck in the wall. And then I just kept jumping down the wall with the shield and got bounced further and further into the wall. And eventually you can clip through to the next room. And like that skip, here's the video. So you need to lure up this enemy in the corner. And then you just jump down at the right position when the enemy is at the right position as well. With the shield a few times. And then you can get up to the top of the screen and move to the next one.
Huh.
It's very easy to get stuck with this method, so it's kind of risky.
I thought you just pushed that blob out of existence, because he was just gone suddenly.
Yeah.
So do you not need to get the level 2 bracelet after that, or?
No, you have to do this list twice to skip it completely. And normally you have to get the rooster, the flying rooster, you have to get the bracelet too.
Oh, really?
But yeah, so I had to find a way
There's
to
that
skip.
really horrible skip. Well, not horrible, it's amazing, but it's difficult that we're about to talk about now.
Yeah, this is
Speaking
worse than that, actually. I don't think anyone does this in single segment runs.
Exo does.
Does he? I don't think
Yeah,
think he ever has, actually. Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he did it, yeah.
He did the... Wow, that's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah. The secret is you just play until you get it, and if you don't get it, you reset.
I see.
Right. Tell us about the rooster skip, because it's cool.
Yeah,
It's
so
really
this,
cool.
I think, Toppa, you found this because you found level 2 bracelet skip first, right?
Yeah, I had to skip the flying rooster too somehow. Because it's a requirement to get the flying rooster to have the bracelet.
So this uses the glitch called hookshot jumping, where when you're over a cliff and you shoot your hookshot out, as it comes back to you, there's exactly one frame where you can jump. So basically what you do is you pick a stick as far as you can, and then you start shooting your hookshot, and you try to hit the one frame, and then you have to do this twice, because you have to jump once and jump again, and then you can make it across the whole thing. And it's pretty difficult, but it's not like actually hard enough that you have to be a complete demigod to do it outside of a TAS. It's
You
definitely
can pause
possible.
buffer it as well, kind of.
Yeah, there's a pause
Makes it-
buffer, which
yeah.
makes it kind of slow, but it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
It's just really cool. I mean, you only have to look at that to realize it doesn't make any sense. I mean, you
Yeah,
clearly
When I-
shouldn't be able to
when I
stand
first
on the
found
giant
this,
hole.
I tried like weird methods to skip this part, and I let's jump over with the hook shots. And I got it the first time I ever tried.
You got the
it.
first time.
Yeah, my very first attempt.
You may be
I didn't
wondering
expect
why
to-
Link can't jump in any other Zelda games, and this game
Yes,
is why.
this is why.
Yeah,
They learned their
it was
lesson.
nice though. To have like
We got-
Pegasus Boots or the Feather in the 3D games. Would be awesome.
Okay, we have now the most criminal skip of them all to
Yeah.
talk about.
Oh,
Yes.
This, I'm pretty sure, has never been done in a single segment run.
no, it
Right,
hasn't.
so-
It's
Yeah.
impossible.
It's pretty close to impossible. I have tried
Okay.
for like hours to actually do it, and I've never gotten it, even when I'm just like grinding it. I've never done it once.
Let's do
Whoa,
that.
the screen looks awful.
Yeah, it was super zoomed in.
Yeah, sorry about that. My bad.
No, it's fine.
It's actually my bad, as it turns out.
It was zoomed in because I was whatever. It's not important.
Yeah.
It's fixed now.
Okay, so this, if you have the hook shot and you hit an enemy, the same frame you hit a block that like the hook shot can grab onto, Link gets pushed into the wall a few pixels for some reason. And this works with both enemies and items you pick up. And if you do that 5 times, that's 3 enemy kills, and they both have to drop items afterwards. And you clip with all those, and you can get through the wall to the next screen, which unlocks the warp point, so you can use warp to dominate instead. And
Yeah,
this keeps getting 300 rupees on the frog song.
Yeah, the way warps work in this game is as soon as you enter a screen with the warp on it, you can use it. So the whole point of this trick is you just try to like get through this massive wall to get up one screen, see the warp, and then you just go back to this other warp and go to it.
And another glitch I did there was to make the crow go to the next screen, or the bird or whatever it is.
That's pretty ridiculous.
And the manipulation for that is crazy, because the mobbling has to go up in the corner so you can kill it, and it has to drop an item, and the bird has to drop an item as well. It's just crazy.
Okay, and there's one more on the list of crazy here before we get to banned
This isn't
or
a glitch.
restricted.
This is just something I thought needed to be seen because it's funny, and I don't know if people know about it.
Good.
It kind of there's not much to explain. It's just an Easter egg in the game. That's not
Actually, is this the one
running.
I think it is? Okay, hang on.
Probably.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, now we're back. There we go.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know about this, but it's really funny.
Yeah, when you have Marin, you can do a lot of funny things in the game. Like if you dig, it says, "Oh, dig to the center of the universe."
Oh yeah.
Like that. And if you bump into the well, she will drop onto you and like ask you, "Oh, sorry," something like that. But this one is kind of special. I'll let the video speak for itself.
Did Tigger not do this at AGDQ?
Oh, he did.
I think he
I don't
did
know.
actually. Yeah, I do remember that.
I have a feeling that
last
he did.
Games Done Quick. I think there was a donation for doing this.
Yeah.
Nice. It's
Yeah,
like
that was
stealing the
funny.
shopkeeper.
Yep. If you can steal him, you can steal whatever you want, and you never even have to die.
Yeah.
Pros aren't allowed, and well, that was a bad
Yeah.
place to pause. Maybe.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
Pros aren't allowed in her.
Yeah.
Hard luck, Link.
Cheating swindler.
Oh boy.
And
Yes.
there are really a lot more small glitches and tricks in the game, but we can't cover everything. It will take forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's tiny glitches everywhere, but these are some of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
If you were planning on picking up this game, I'd recommend learning all the stuff on the medium list, but put off the stuff after level 2 bracelet skip until later, because that'll just ruin every run you do for a while until you've mastered it.
There's already there's also plenty of boss quick kills and that we haven't really been able to talk about, but do check out the video. You've seen a few already, and they're also really cool. There's the quick kill on what's it called? It's a sand, isn't it? I guess it's meant to be the whirlpool one. You
Oh
shoot
yeah, that's really
stuff
cool.
like that. Yeah. There's loads of cool stuff, so check out that. But we're going to go into the glitched runs stuff or / TAS brackets banned or restricted glitches. So, tell us a bit more about the
Yeah.
glitch.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna be okay.
You're right, DJ. What's going on? Have I missed something?
Well, Tompa sent me the frog song, so I had to
Okay.
play it.
Okay, so there's a glitched run for both Link's Awakening and LADX, and they're actually completely different runs because there's a glitch called Select Warping in Link's Awakening. But I'm going to talk about LADX first because that's the one I've done a lot. So the featured glitch in this run, I think the video here is actually a full run of the category, so you can see how short it is and why no one ever runs it. So the glitch is called the Doghouse Glitch. And the way this works is all of the, in the game's internal memory, all of the dungeon maps and cave maps are stored actually on 2 different maps that are called Doghouse 1 and Doghouse 2. And there's a number of ways to glitch to those maps, and when you get there, you're never supposed to get there, so as soon as you go there, everything gets completely messed up, the graphics are going to look wrong. All the chests have random items in them, and some just have text that doesn't belong to any chest in the game. It's people talking. And the behavior of how this world works changes based on your piece of power count. So if you kill 3 enemies and go into the doghouse, it'll look a lot different than if you kill 4 enemies and go into the doghouse. So the run here is going to go into it twice. It's going to be a level 4 doghouse and a level 2 doghouse. And currently just getting to the sword, which is pretty standard. But
I will skip ahead then.
Yeah, you can do basically anything here. I mean, you can obviously beat the game in 5 minutes, but that's just the start of it. You can get any item. You can see basically any text. You can go to any staircase in the game. You can walk to it and just take it and get transported to the overworld. So yeah, here comes you can do anything. It's completely messed up. You can also permanently destroy your game cartridge if you're not careful. There's a certain room that if you go to it, your game cartridge, I think, sometimes gets destroyed. So it's scary stuff if you don't know what you're doing. Always doghouse responsibly.
And you have to clarify, this works on the black and white version as well.
Yes,
the same
but
way.
it's like not as broken. This is not as broken as some black and white glitches, so it's not done.
Yeah.
As silly as that sounds. There are glitches that are more broken than this.
And there are like many different glitch words you can reach to in the game as well. This is the easiest one to do. But there are many task-only ones and one that's frame perfect that you can do on console if you want to. I have a video that you can show later on after this.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but the way this works is like you have to wall click the corner behind the entrance to the doghouse, and then you get into the house from behind, and that gives a different value, like where you are or something. There's a lot more detail on this page you can read about it.
yeah, go to that link. There's a lot of really interesting stuff there.
Quite nice to see that was written by somebody who calls it a kennel.
Yeah, it's called that
Yeah.
too. Doghouse.
Yeah.
Glitch World.
I love that getting murdered by the shopkeeper is part of the route.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course it is. It's the
Yeah,
only thing you
just
can't
get it
skip.
Gotta get that
It's-
bow.
You can't skip justice. That's
Right.
The fastest version of this actually skips the first trip to the doghouse completely, but it makes it extremely hard.
nice. He also burns some foxes.
Yes, so this is the second trip. I killed 2 this time, which instantly sent you to the second underworld. So I guess at this point we can start talking about like the other stuff since we don't have videos for them.
Yep,
I
go
don't
for
think.
it.
Do we have a select warping video? I don't think so.
No, I didn't make one. Think about it.
Okay, so in Link's Awakening Black and White, if you as you're transitioning from screen to screen, if you press select on, I think there's a 3-frame window when you can do it. The screen transitions, but Link stays in the same place. So if you like are transitioning right and you hit select, you'll be on the right side of the next screen, and you can chain that as many times as you want. And you can beat the game even faster than this using that, because you basically just warp out of bounds straight to the boss. And then you use like lag threats to like make 2 bosses at once, and the game lags so much that it thinks you just... I don't even know how it works.
Well, basically, you copy the boss a few times. So you fight against 3 last bosses. And when you kill one of them, like 2 bosses dies, you skip a few phases. You
That
can
makes
just,
sense.
Yeah,
Right, isn't that logical?
That's
Yes.
pretty amazing.
it's pretty good. There are many videos on YouTube of that clip, so you can find them.
That
Yeah.
sounds like the opposite of boring. Like Link to the Past, you just like walk to the credits room, but
And it's not boring at all. It's certainly not.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, I suppose. I'm
Unless
just tired of
there's
select
runs of it, in which case it is boring.
Yeah.
So I guess the next set of glitches is the literally task-only stuff that is not possible to do on an actual console.
Well, this
This
one
is
I added a Glitch World video. You can watch campaign as well.
Oh, okay.
That you can do pretty easily on the console. It's frame perfect, but hey, just keep trying. You'll get it.
just keep trying.
Pretty much.
So yeah, we can do this because this video is just the boss fight now,
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
pretty interesting. So,
which
yeah.
is pretty cool.
But you
As
see,
long
Too
as we
late,
get-
it's gone
yeah.
now.
Oh,
Let's
I've
choose
got
that.
the thingy ready to go.
Alright, go for it.
Level 6 minus minus.
No, that's the wrong thingy.
No, it's not.
No, play the Glitch World video. Not the task.
I don't have that one. Alright, give me one
Yeah,
moment.
Oh,
it's in the document.
Boom.
it was added like last minute, I think, actually, so you might not have it.
I got it.
Okay, good.
go for it, anonymous
If you
rabbit.
enter the screen
You can do
in
it.
the top right corner, and use the hook shot the same frame you fall down the hole, you will get pulled like into the back of the
Oh
house,
god.
and you get a different kind of Glitch World.
Yeah.
This
Kind
one's
of like
blue.
a doghouse, but
Yeah.
I like
Oh my god!
Wow.
That's the boss, but yeah, that's the 4th dungeon boss.
it's a puppy fox.
Yeah, there's a fox there, there's a
What
Goomba.
is it saying?
chicken.
Which text was that?
Missing number.
That's not some old text.
There's even a chicken at the top. Oh god! Oh my god! Look
Wow.
out for the number.
88
There's
is
the
trying
fire.
really hard.
So yeah, I didn't walk like I open a chest here and it says, I can't read the text. Like,
No one can read
Yeah,
that
that's
text.
impossible to read.
It's
I
very
didn't
evil
make
in
good
red.
quality video. But it's just nonsense making text.
Was that the R button? Hold on. What are
Probably.
you?
Press
And
the
then
R
at
button.
the end I exited a unused dungeon in the game.
Where are?
Yeah, where that's on the pause screen, like where your tunic is.
Huh. Number 12.
Some of
Ari's
it
got a
just wanna
sword
fear.
now. Ari's not happy about this.
So you can have a lot of fun with these clips as
Oh,
well.
that's it. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the sword,
I'm
the
surprised
shield.
he's actually holding a sword. That's
Yeah.
pretty. It's pretty cool.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Oh, man.
And also,
Alright.
this does also depend on how many enemies you have killed in the game. You can get different results.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
basically the same glitch, but it's a different manifestation of it.
Yeah. And I personally like this one better.
It is cool. I like the world better. But yeah, I do agree.
Yeah, it's less known as well, so.
Alright. Select warping, did you... Oh, you did mention that one. That was... Yeah. And then the up and down glitch.
Yeah, I just picked a random place in the City speedrun that shows different effects so you can do it, like boots and hook shots when you press up and down at the same time. Like for the boots, normally you can only run straight up, down, left or right. But if you hold up and down, or left or right, down, etc., you can run in different directions, like
Oh, goodness.
diagonal and stuff. Which speeds
Yeah.
up things.
Oh, boy.
Alright.
And you can also, when you pick up an item, like a pot or something, you can even jump with it. This is what happens.
Link turns into Sonic here.
I clearly need to see this task again.
Yeah.
This test is
task-
amazing.
Oh,
This
my
test
God, that
is
hook shot.
intense.
Yeah, he fired that hook shot wherever he
I highly
wanted.
recommend to watch it if you haven't. I'll post the link.
He talked about it when it was released, I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, you did.
Yeah.
Well, this
I
kind
don't
of old
remember.
now.
I guess it's
Like
almost a
2 years
year.
ago.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
And
the
here's the
enemies
method I
still
used
try.
to skip the bracelet in the task.
You can make
Oh, you
two
think
bombs
this
at once with up down. By the way, like that's another thing you can do with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just to point out, we really only scratched the surface of
Yeah.
this
There's
game.
something
There's
And yeah,
loads.
this is since this requires pressing up and down at the same time. It's not like on a console it's banned, and on an emulator you're not allowed to use it because it's not possible on the original console.
Where did half of Link go?
Yeah.
you can make him invisible as well when you do these glitches.
Isn't there a part in Dungeon 3 where it's like you have to make him invisible to make it fastest, so you have to beat the whole final boss like without seeing Link?
Yeah. Precisely. So there's so many weird ones you can do.
VJ, can we go back and see that hook shot again?
Yeah, I'll try and find it again. Actually,
It
you know what I
was-
can do is just push the button.
Yeah.
You can just look up the different places in the run. Like there's
Alright.
glitches everywhere. Pretty much so.
But yeah. Alright, well, yeah, we go. We can just start from the beginning. And then, awesome. Is there any last bits you want to say? Any other little things?
Just about the game in general, or about
Yeah.
this.
There's
About
so
the
many
game in
things.
general.
Well, as I've said a lot, this game, as you can tell from this video and all the videos we've shown, is really awesome. I'm gonna link a tutorial video for Link's Awakening DX No Save and Quit if anyone's interested in learning this. This gives you all the basics.
That hook
Um,
shot.
So good, isn't it?
And also, if you're interested in picking this game up, the ZeldaSpeedruns.com pages are actually like under construction right now, so there's going to be a site section for it pretty soon.
Just ignore PJ. Just ignore him.
I gotta stop playing this back.
Yeah, we should show that on the stream maybe. Although we can't, I guess we can't do sound, so it would be useless.
Yeah.
I was talking about Frog Song now, actually. Like that's another like premium part of this game.
Oh, I already played the frog song
We
back.
played the frog
Oh.
song. It's good.
Yeah, I had to mute my mic because otherwise it would have been awful.
Yeah, you know this is a task because you killed those bomb guys first time.
Half of Link is still missing.
Actually, there's that other random thing with those bomb guys, and one of them you can kill one, can't you? Leave the room and go back, and they both die.
Yeah, in Dungeon 3.
Yeah. So you go.
That's
So
not
yeah,
worse than the other ones.
there's seriously just so much of this game, and I love it. It's my favorite Zelda game by far.
Yeah, and this task is one of my favorite tasks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Look
need
at
to watch
it.
this
Just look at it. You should
I was
watch
working
every
with
Tompa
this
task
Wallace.
anyway, but...
This was Wallace Link mainly. I helped him like.
Oh,
the
was
whole-
it?
I
Oh,
tested a lot of rules myself, but it's mostly him, I suppose.
well, there you go.
Like I planned it. I found most of the glitches he did afterwards.
He actually did it. Yeah.
What
right.
is even happening here?
Oh yeah, you can kill him before he spawns.
Like
Only-
bombs were
only in the
falling
test,
from the corner of the map.
Just bomb the face guy.
Half of Link is still gone.
He'll
All
come
right.
back soon, I think.
So yeah, there's that tutorial that was linked by Jacob, and the ZSR, Zelda Speedruns pages will be up there soon. Is there any just general advice you have for anybody wanting to learn this game? Aside from those? I imagine it's all in there.
Ask me or Jacob, whatever.
Hmm.
I'll gladly help out if like anything.
There's too many vowels.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can ask like either of us if you have questions. Just go to hashtag Zelda or like in Speed Demo's archive. You can ask there. You can go to the Speedruns Live IRC, go to the Zelda channel and ask there, because a lot of us hang out there and we can answer questions.
Cool.
And yeah, I hope if you want to pick up this game, I mean, it's getting to be a really popular game. So
Even if
As
you
it should be.
if
This
you haven't
needs more
played
love.
if you haven't played it, you should play it anyway.
yeah, play it. Yeah,
I mean-
don't speedrun it the first time. This game, even without speedrunning, this game is awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's
Just
got-
let that sink in for a moment. That is a Sunday sequence break person telling you to play a Zelda game, so you know it's at least as good as Zelda 2.
Yeah.
It's got the best story in any Zelda game, in my opinion.
It's
the
just really
story?
cool. You get to trade items, and you get to trade like dog food for bananas and stuff. It's just great.
What's happening? I don't want to check for updates.
No, you don't. You want to postpone 4 hours. But yeah, awesome. Go check out Jacob's his Twitch, and I guess Ducky streams a lot too.
Yeah, Ducky 1994, and some other
join
people too.
Join the IRC. What's the IRC again?
This hashtag Zelda on Speedruns Live is where at least I am, and I don't know where other people are.
And there is hashtag LADX as well. I didn't even
Oh
know
yeah,
about
there is a
it.
hashtag LADX, so if you want to
Yeah.
go there, we're trying to build that up.
Why did no one tell me about it?
Nothing ever goes on in there.
Oh yeah, there's also the hashtag everyone but Tompa if you want to join that channel. It's
Yeah.
really good.
I have
Tompa
op.
don't join though.
I have op in that channel.
It's just a big Tompa fan club. We don't want him to know how fanatical we are.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of fanatical, it's the records.
Oh my.
Speaking of records, it's records.
Can I hit
Yeah,
the
there we
split?
go. You can hit the split.
Okay.
You really can. So today, if any of you have been living under a rock and don't have access to the internet, except for now when you do, this week's been pretty good for records, hasn't it?
It has.
I would say it's been pretty good. So let's talk about how good it's been. And we're going to start off with the biggest of the lot.
Of course. They don't get much bigger than this.
They don't.
This
PJ.
is a Bobo's Big Adventure.
It's big.
It is big. Penta has a 3505 in the any percent for this game. And I'm just going to let this video do the talking because there's really nothing that I can even say about this.
It's got a comment here, but it just says there's
Oh,
one glitch that
it's
has
in the other
damage
tab.
boosts. But no, you need to just watch.
This looks like Zelda 1.
Shut up. This looks like a Bobo.
This is a Pobo's Big Adventure. I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah. Okay, there is a comment. I'm just bad
Yeah.
at looking at stuff. So he
It's
says, first, this game is a freeware tribute to NES games and characters. It has 8 stages, including similar gameplay of the following games. Double Dragon, go figure. Super Mario, is that Krang? It is Krang.
Yeah, that's correct.
It's Krang from the game that I play.
Yeah.
Super Mario,
Battletoads.
Urban Champ, yeah, Battletoads. Zelda, Pro Wrestling, Mega Man, Contra, and Punch-Out! It can be downloaded
Zelda
here.
Pro Wrestling.
There's a link here, but I'm not going to let you guys have it.
I need to play Zelda Pro Wrestling. That'd be good.
Oh
Bam!
my god, Kirby just ate Krang.
Oh my god, and became Krang.
He says, I just found it a few days ago and started to running it insanely. I'll take a break from it until anyone beats my time. In this run, everything went almost according to plan. There's one glitch where I highlighted that consists of damage boosting your character to reach a key through the lava. It saves approximately 1 minute. Wow, get some, Abobo.
Oh, Bobo, so good.
So bad.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Huh. Alright, well, there you go. There you have it. You don't mess with a Bobo.
Hell no. Right. Now, amazingly, moving on from a Bobo's big adventure, we have the adventure of Little Ralph, which is brilliant.
He knows not to mess.
Right. Little Ralph knows his place, but it's the PS1 Japanese any percent in 4201 by Zeppelins, who says only a few more silly mistakes to shave off. Very happy with the new 7-2 boss strats. Have we had this on the show before? I don't actually know anything about this
I don't
game.
think so.
No, I don't think so.
Was this the one? No. No,
Most
yeah.
of the game doesn't look like this. Most of the game is more like a platformer. This is just like a little fighting game segment that's thrown in there. So maybe that's confusing you.
Yeah,
You might have
we'll
seen
see.
it.
Be the one that looked really cool.
Anyway, he's showing off some AI manipulation here.
Which
the
she is
point
getting
is
hit
that-
by that move an awful lot. War. So hang on. Is this all the clip is? Because I'm really trying to figure out if
Yep,
we've had
that's
this
it.
before.
That's all you get.
That's it.
All right, that's cool. Good job. So there's a clip, perfect TSSB highlight. Nothing like the rest of the game.
Yep.
Awesome. Speaking of game, Feasel, would you like to talk about this game?
Okay.
Oh, these segues. All right, cool.
these are strong. I don't know how I'm going
Very
to
strong
compete with these.
segues. Well, okay, how can you follow that up? All right, Amnesia: The Dark Descent for the PC. This is an any percent run in 2709 by Mr. Weebles. Mr. Weebles has the following to say about this run. Lost little time at the start and end, but otherwise really solid. Sub 27 is possible, but not by much. With how much this game likes to push you off ledges when you've done nothing wrong, it would take a lot of effort to get there. So, there you go. 9 seconds away from it. Sounds like a lot of effort to take those 9 seconds off.
Hey, there's a clip. I'm going to push the button.
There's a clip. Why don't you push it?
Oh god.
This game is
Alright.
really silly.
This is silly. You should all watch the Amnesia episode that we have done
Yeah.
because it's
Oh, yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah, this is one of those walls don't exist games.
Yep.
I like that it
It's-
turns like...
Wait, what was that clip?
That little clip there.
Don't worry about it. I like that it
You
turns
rustled
like
after
this
that too.
horror game into just an absolute mockery of physics.
Yeah, I do. I like that too.
It's like, don't
I
worry,
imagine
you're,
so many
you're being
people-
chased by the
Oh.
monster, except in this room where you're out of bounds and you can hit him and he won't
You're
see you.
looking at him, yeah. I can only imagine people come into these streams to be like, oh boy, I imagine the speedrun of this game, we must be so scared, and then it's just, oh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is cool too. Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah, that's the classic clip.
It's awesome. Yeah, but this game's really, really cool. Shovels, boxes,
Yeah.
all different ways of getting out of bounds. It's great, great
Anything
fun.
at all will get you out
Yeah.
of bounds. A suspicious looking block in the wall, that'll do it.
This is the reason indie developers go 2D, is so that their game isn't entirely broken.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of fun. And there's a monster, remember?
There was a monster.
So, from Mr. Weebles, onto Stivty Bobo, a fellow banjo runner. Stivty's decided to crush it this week, and I think he's finally pretty happy with his 100%, judging by a tweet I read of his. He got 100% in 222.26, which is, well, like 10 minutes quicker than it was a few months ago. So he's really put his stamped on how do you say that? He's stamped his mark on this game?
I have
Yeah.
no idea what you're saying.
Sure.
Just
That's good.
Yep, that's
Stamp?
it. You got it.
He's licked the stamp for this
He's
game.
licked.
and
He's
about to
licked the
send it.
stamp. There you go. You see, he's really licked the stamp for this one. I think he's pretty happy with it, and he's just going to take a break from serious attempts for Banjo for a while.
He was
And-
playing some Banjo Tooie today, so he might be
Yeah,
doing that.
he's focusing on Tui.
I really
and,
hope he does, because that would be amazing.
So after licking his stamp 100%, he finally, this is like the first time, I swear, someone's done an any percent in ages. Because after all those tricks were found,
We saw one
And-
a while ago. I don't know when that was, though.
it was ages
It was
ago.
probably
it
like
not-
5 or 6 weeks.
Oh, really? Oh, I must have just missed it. But anyway, he's got a 139.48, which there's all those funky tricks, and no one really knew what the route would be like because nobody had done one, but they were just finding tricks everywhere. So obviously significantly quicker for once. And I mean, it wasn't long ago that the any percent was like 5 minutes faster. So
Yeah.
good job, Stiv, and to all the helpers. I know Chronikes and Kirk and a few others helped with that one. Hey Russ, tell us about this next one.
Oh, hey, I'm glad you picked me. I love this stuff here. So,
Yeah.
well, here we have a Black Mesa Source for the PC in 1 hour, 34 minutes. Is that right? 1 hour, 34 minutes? 0.58 minutes?
I think Colfer just made a mistake.
I think that's supposed to be
Okay.
58 seconds.
58 seconds.
Yeah, it
All
is.
right, sure, why
I
not?
think.
Yeah,
Cool.
the first line of his comment is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I see. All right. So, in 134 by Colfra, finally got sub 135 by 2 seconds. Of course, this means I can improve it more, although I'm not sure by how much. I took a month break from this game, and I came with a new time. This game can be really unstable and lead to crashing sometimes. It's not really a popular speedrun game compared to Half-Life 2, so I hope it gets some needed recognition. It is a good game, and all the hype from when it initially released died down. I'd like to thank Tom SK45 for introducing me to this game and still racing with me from time to time. And that is it's the 80% scripted category to complete this game. So Black Mesa Source is like it's a Half-Life 2 Source engine remake of the original Half-Life 1, and not like the crappy Half-Life Source official Valve port. Like, this is actually remade the entire game from scratch, like with the kind of polish you'd expect in the actual Half-Life 2 engine. And it's really good. If you're a fan of Half-Life or PC first-person shooters, this game is really badass. Good single-player experience. Highly recommend it to a lot of people. I actually don't think is it finished yet? I'm not sure if it is, because
I don't think it is finished. I didn't think it was, but he's obviously done a run of it, so.
Yeah, there's some point, it's officially released, but I think it stops for like the final 10% of the game where you go to Zen, the alien homeworld in the original Half-Life. But this is pretty cool. I'll have to watch it. I wasn't really sure what kind of what kind of scripts are in this game. This is a scripted run, so I'd expect some reverse bunny hopping.
If you love Half-Life 2 runs and Half-Life 1, but not Half-Life 1 runs, then this is the run for you. Because it's a mix of the two.
Pretty sweet. I think that's the first time we've seen Black Mesa Source on
I think it is.
Yeah,
this.
it
It might,
Last
it might be
time
one
we
of the
had it
first,
on
like,
the show is when you mentioned that you had been playing it and that it was great.
yeah, it came out a few months ago. This might be like is this like the first mod we've had? Might be one of the first mods.
I don't think it's the first mod I guess it is as for a mod, technically, yeah. I want to be the guy at other ones, they're not mods. Are
Okay, yeah, we've had indie games and stuff, but yeah, this is like a fan-made mod that took it was in development for like 8 years or something, but it's really polished. Oh man, I remember waiting for this game so long ago, but yeah, it's pretty solid. So, nice run. Congrats, Colfra.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
All right, Contra 3, the SN.
You can do it.
SNES.
All right, I'll take this one then.
Yeah,
So-
I always thought. Okay.
So Herblat is in California right now, and probably for a while after that. I'm not really sure what the situation is. But hey, he's really close to Mr. K right now, so they've been doing a lot of Contra 3 attempts. Because, why not? They're both amazing at the game. So they should probably do that. So they improved their previous run down to a 13:47, which is an absolutely crazy time for this game. I don't know what time they had before, but I think this is like a 6-second improvement or something. But this, like, Mr. K and Herblad have been grinding strats for this for a while, and it's absolutely ridiculous how much it's paid off. Like, Mr. K completely dies. He game overs in stage 3 to reduce lag. Because having 2 characters adds like 20 seconds to this auto-scroller or something. It's unbelievable how much they've optimized this game. And like, this boss fight is my favorite part of the entire run. They just absolutely trashed this boss. So yeah, this run is incredible.
It's so in sync. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. There's like no mistakes at all in this run. I think they omitted one boss strat that saves like 3 seconds, and that's it. Everything else is absolutely flawless. You need to watch this run. Highly recommend it.
Awesome.
And I think they're going to keep pushing it lower, because as far as I know, Herblad's going to be there for a while. So you should follow Herblad's stream and Mr. K's stream. And
Definitely.
Stay tuned for more Contra updates. They've been working on co-op Contra 1 as well. And Contra 4, and maybe Contra Force.
Oh boy.
So
Thank God.
There's going to be a whole lot of really good stuff. This boss fight, too, is just
Player 1.
so dumb.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah, it's a really good run. You need to watch it. That's all.
Okay. Right. Also, Crash 2 this week. Crash Bandicoot 2 got improved. Pete the Player going with the game. I'm pretty sure that's the game over abuse, which I did explain last week, but there's some levels you don't need to finish if you grab the crystal and game over. It lets you leave the level and keep the crystal. So that's what that is. It saves quite a few minutes. Right, next up we have A Dog's Life, or just Dog's Life, I guess. This is the game where you play as a dog, and you can do all sorts of stuff. And I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it, but this is a 2032 by Roit Jar, who says, one of the funniest games out there, everyone should play this game casually. Big thanks to Zlamp for finding most of the skips. This category skips nearly all playthroughs of the game. Okay. I hope this way the game gets the love it deserves, Frankus. I mean, this game is only famous for being able to poop on things in it. I mean, that's literally, like, look at the chat, right? There you go. That's what people are saying. That's literally the only reason people don't exist.
You can poop in this game.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Feezy.
Yes.
I kind of do. I just chose you.
Faxanadu. Alright. Where are we at? Okay, here we go. Faxanadu. This is any percent run in 2958. With death abuse. You do some dying to, warp back to town. It's standard stuff. So he's now under 30 minutes for the first time. And I believe Shiner is still not doing attempts on console yet. I think he's still trying to get his equipment together, but he's going to. And so he's just basically been playing with this Xbox 360 controller, which is terrible, and he's still beating his
God,
SDA.
that sounds horrible.
Yeah. So he
hasn't
says hi.
been around in a long time.
No, yeah, and that's what he says right here in his comment. Good segue. He says, hi, sorry
bad.
I've been away from the speedrunning community for so long. See, you can't make this stuff up. But recently I decided to follow my whims and start streaming Faxanadu runs again. Even though I don't have a TV at the moment, I can get one real easily, and Prez J. Pope just mailed me a capture card as the reward for this run, so console runs are going to start soon.
The way
So
he
here we
said
go.
that is like, I don't have a TV, but I can get one really easily.
Yeah.
I can get one. That's not
Like-
that's not the hard part.
My neighbor's got one, and I know when he works, so...
I know a guy. I can get me a TV.
Yeah, but anyway, so he's refined his strategy a little bit, and he's basically doing more wing boot pausing than he did before, and so he's able to stretch the wing boots out to go all the way to fly up to one of the fountains that you would normally have to take a bit of a detour to get to, so that saves some time. And then you saw right there in that very last clip, just for no particular reason, he decided to time stretch the ointment so that the invincibility lasts through that, walking through that boss, which is totally not necessary, but it's A fun trick
Totally
to do,
awesome.
because it's sort of like wing boot pausing, except there's no timer to look at, so you just have to do it by heart or just be lucky or something. I don't even know how it happens, but it's the swaggiest thing you can do in Faxanadu was that.
Right.
The ointment stretch. What a
Yeah,
great...
that's the...
Hey, Jukov.
Yes.
Hey, do you want to read this next one for us? Just because this is on
absolutely.
3DS.
I thought this was 53 hours for a minute.
Yeah, I did too, and then thank God it's not.
Yeah.
53 minutes, okay. So this is Fire Emblem Awakening, which is the Fire Emblem game on the 3DS. And the time is not 53 hours, it is 53 minutes and about 37 seconds by someone give me a hint. I don't know, 3 Alcatria. That's all I got. So he says, this is a pretty new speedrunning game, and originally only one person ran it. Since then, I think it has only doubled in size, which... but the record has improved drastically. So I don't know anything about this particular game, but for I guess for an RPG, that has to be a good time, because most of them are
It's
quite
a
a bit longer
tactics
than that.
RPG, right?
Oh,
I
it is?
think.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
wow, yeah.
Alright.
So, I'm not certain, but the other ones have been, so. I mean, I was just thinking 53 hours. I was looking
Yeah.
to see if it
Yeah.
was like any % with sleep, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, wait, no, it's 53 minutes.
I thought someone was trying to go after the record of
Kingdom
17
Hearts.
hours.
No, what do you mean? The Kingdom Hearts one's 28.
Yeah, was that
Oh.
single? I saw that. Was that actually in one sitting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
don't know how
forgot
you
about
do
that
that.
one.
There you go, yeah, any % single sleep, that's it. Alright, Tompa, this one for you.
Oh my, some game I never heard of before.
Cool.
Gunpowder Gunman's Proof, some Japanese title. Done by Jeff Sledge in 1 hour 23 minutes. And it says, if you're not familiar with Gunpowder, it's a Japan-only game, heavily influenced by A Link to the Past.
Wait,
I'm a
it's a
fan of
Japan... Hang on. A Japan-only game, but he
Oh,
played
wait.
the US version.
Huh.
What did it?
That might be a mistake on his part then,
Yeah.
or whoever submitted it.
Or maybe
Well, he
That's
might have been playing on the US console though.
Maybe. Yes. I don't know.
And also, I'm a fan of its style and unique gameplay, but unfortunately it makes for an uninteresting speedrun.
Oh. Well, I guess at least you're honest.
I've never played this game, I have no clue what it is. But yeah.
You knew
Cool.
more than the rest of us, though.
Hey, who saw the Ghost in the Shell movie and liked it?
Never heard of it.
I'm in the same boat as Tampa.
Oh,
Never heard
really?
of it myself.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen it and I didn't like it, so I guess I'll talk about it.
Yeah, that's close
this
enough.
is Ghost in the Shell, PS1, any percent 2559 by Zaspat. He wrote a little comment here. He says, "So remember when I said I was done? No, but okay. Yes, I do. Oh gosh, you lied. Cool, I lied and decided to do runs again because in my last run I unfortunately hit the home button on my controller, wasting some time. Anyway, this run was good. I'll probably lie again and say I'm done and then come back to this next month." So, that was like a movie or a TV show. It's like one of the most famous animes out there. It's full of like high school philosophy and weird robot things.
Looks like he's driving a ladybug.
It does, doesn't it? I don't
Yeah.
remember this
Yeah.
movie.
This is
would have been
not
a lot
part of
cooler.
the movie.
This would have been way cooler than the movie that I saw. Yeah, I know. I remember watching this one. I remember
Those
this.
glorious PlayStation graphics.
Yeah, it's so good. And all the black. I just love the sheer amount of black there is.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I know very few games that have more black than that. Star Fox
Yeah.
is one of them in some stages.
This is-
SNES Vortex is king, though, because, like...
This is more black than those like single color wireframe NES dungeon crawlers. So.
I don't
just-
know a
Or a
single...
vector display arcade game
Yeah,
in the 70s.
Yeah.
Spectre VR.
Oh,
Speaking
man.
of which, we do need a run of Spectre.
Spectre. Hey,
Spectre is awful.
we don't have Spectre, but we have Glover. That's pretty much the same,
That's, yeah, more or less the best. Best thing
Hey,
you can say
PJ,
about Glover.
you love Glover, don't you?
Oh boy, do I. This
What's
is
about it?
my favorite game. Alright, so he Hex 7, or he X7, has for some reason improved the Glover record down to a 35-57. This is the any percent no major skips category.
Why would you
because
play the one that takes longer?
this because this game is incredibly broken.
Yeah, I've seen some runs of it. It's a really, really cool speed run.
It is a really cool speedrun if you can actually have the patience to play it for that long. I'm literally astonished that they keep improving this game. But yeah, it is cool to watch as long as you're not playing it.
I have not played it. I can't speak to that. I have played Glover, just not speedrun it.
Well, even Nest Kamikaze doesn't like this game. So,
Yeah.
does he have a comment here? I didn't even check.
He does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Alright, I've got more to say. He says, this run was decent, but I died a few times and missed the early cycle in Pirates 2, which I probably conveniently got to when I randomly clicked in this video, which wasted about 20 seconds. I thought that a perfect run would be low 34, but with all the mistakes in this run, I think a high 33 is possible.
Well, good luck, Heeks. 7.
Hee
We look forward to making PJ talk about Glover.
There it is! I got it!
Did you?
Man, the random clicking is too powerful.
Oh, typical.
Sorry about that if you're watching.
Classic.
I
All
swear
right.
it wasn't intentional. I should actually probably watch this around because the speedruns of it are cool. Yep. Alright. That's all I got.
Gotcha Force. Sorry. Hey, Gotcha Force. I have another thing about this game, but that doesn't matter. That's not going to stop me talking about it like I do. So this is Gotcha Force. It's a Nintendo GameCube game. It's US. It's a new game plus and 2/27/26, which is going to make me reckon it's an RPG. But
We played
I
it
don't
before
know for
and
sure.
it's...
Did we?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh no, it says it's fast-paced and interesting, so it's not an RPG. But this is a 2/27/26 by Ion Gravaray, who says the first quarter of this run is fast-paced and interesting. Most of the run after that, barring less than a dozen fights, is flying around as a dragon and killing everything instantly. Well, that usually comes with the New Game Plus territory. They're usually quite boring, but hey. Good job, Iron Gravaray. Gotcha Force. Still don't know what it's about, but I'm happy.
You're a robot guy and you shoot stuff.
Yeah, and then you fly around as a
right.
dragon and kill
It's
it.
like,
Wait,
have you
that's-
played Custom Robo?
Sure.
What do you mean, sure?
You either have or you haven't. Come
Yeah.
on.
Sure, I have. Speaking of games I've played, Harvest Moon, SNES. This is the any percent all days category, also known as the best category, right? 42.55 by Boss Crab. He has actually got a comment, amazingly. It says previous best time was 45.57 by Crystal. We made a deal that if she did a link to the past attempt stream, I'd beat her time in this game, so yeah. For the record, Harvest Moon speedrunning, not as interesting as you think.
And you probably think it's not interesting, so...
Right. Basically, you start to copy what you do in the game after about 10 minutes of watching it. And that's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so this game is the total opposite of Harvest Moon speedrunning. This is one of the best speedrun games ever. We love it. It's Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2 on PC, 80% easy, 29.56 by Isalam Miri. That's what I'm going with his name. Oh man.
We
Oh
don't
boy,
have a
it's so
clip, so you can
The
just...
multiplayer in this game is so awesome.
the whole
It's a good
thing
game.
is so good. But this is amazing. Go
It is,
watch this
yeah.
run if you haven't seen it. I finally accomplished my goal of getting sub 30 in this game. It's a solid run that I'm pretty proud of. There's still probably 10 or 20 some more seconds to be saved, but I have no desire to go for it since no one else runs this game right now. There is a guy running Dark Forces 1 though, interestingly. But hey,
Does it have Force Run?
I don't know. I didn't watch it because I was too busy watching Dark Forces 2 when I saw it. I think I'm going to finish learning Knights of the Old Republic and do runs of that. Ooh, well, that could be interesting. But yeah, watch this. Watch Dark Forces 2. It's
Yes.
amazing. You can run so quickly that if you hit a wall, you die. That's all you need to know. All right. Hey, has any of you played Killer 7?
Nope. I haven't.
Nope.
No, none of you. Boy, I'm throwing these ones out there because like Ghost in the Shell and Killer 7 are the sort of things you usually find one guy who like adores it. But Killer 7, I will drop my random knowledge of this game. This is one of the 5. Actually, was it? Was this one of the 5 Capcom things that they did really well? Or
I have
wasn't
no
it?
idea what that sentence even means.
I'm gonna wait for the people in the chat. There was like Capcom did a 5, and it was meant to be 5 new original IPs, and it was Piano 3, Beautiful Joe, and 2 others that got cancelled. And Killer 7, I believe, was one of them.
Yeah,
There are
this is by the
Self
No More
shipping.
Heroes guy.
Yeah, this is Suda
Oh,
51.
is that part of them? Yeah,
It's his first game, isn't it?
I think so.
Or
yeah.
actually, no, I know it's not his first, but yeah.
I think it's
Anyway.
his like
No idea
really
what
well
that
known
means.
one.
Yeah, I think it is. And it's his best one, a lot of people say. But this is an 80% in 3:17:21 by Nigleria, who says, all right, I got a world record in a game nobody else has done an SS run of. Killer 7 on the GameCube. It's a cult game made by the same company that made No More Heroes and Lollipop Chainsaw. Despite being a rail shooter, the game is very speedrunnable. This is just famous for being really confusing and having a crazy complicated story and funky graphics and all
Camera's
sorts of
weird.
stuff. Yeah.
The camera's like on a Roomba chasing after you.
Yeah. So I've not actually played this. It's sort of been on my list of things, but I mean, if I remember correctly, the main character is a guy in a wheelchair, and there are 7 assassin personalities he has that live in his head. And then the story and stuff, like, I don't really know what's going on, so all I know is a lot of people speak very highly of it, so. And now that Nigleria done a speedrun of it.
I like this shooting pieces of poop that are floating in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I spoiled the whole game. I didn't, because that's written on the back of the box, I swear. Everybody knows that. It's all good. But yeah, congratulations, Nigleria. I know he's been talking about doing a run of something like this. It may have been this game, but...
It's Fourth Run.
Oh boy, is it? Oh my god, it is! This is good. But yeah, it's a funky game. I'm sorry I don't know more about it, but I've given you all my random trivia of the game, such as who made it, what it was part of. There's the wheelchair guy. That's what I talked about. Harmon versus Handsome Red.
Oh wow. What a fight. Glorious.
Wow.
Huh.
It's kind of not what... There you go. Cool.
All right.
Okay, oh wait, I'm not very good at splitting these up. PJ, you read this one and then I'll throw out the rest as we go.
You'll throw out the rest.
Yeah, that's it. They'll go out with the trash.
Oh, man, I thought it was going to be the next one. All right.
No, it's not.
Well, this is Kingdom Hearts 358 half days. The any percent beginner category. This is apparently the PAL version of the DS game. I don't know if there's any versions there, but this is by Drazark. He says, 2 unintentional deaths, but overall a good run. The run goes to my grandmother, who recently passed away, and was the person who bought me the game to pass the time on a long coach journey. Sorry to hear that. I have no plans to run this category again, as it is the slowest of the 3 categories, and I'll be picking Proud Mode up when I have my new computer, so I can finally record a run.
Good luck. Good stuff. I know he sort of does this on and off every few weeks, so he'll keep going with it. I know he will. Now this one, just so I know, have any of you played Landstalker? If not, I'll pass it to Tompa, as he's the only other European he might have actually touched a Sega Master System some point in his life.
I don't think this is a Master
This is
System.
Genesis. That was a typo on the thing.
Oh, okay, it's Genesis. That's okay then.
I've
We got to see how
played like a
funky it was.
Genesis like twice or 3 times in my life.
Yeah.
So.
Okay,
I've
we'll
never
go
played this
for
game.
it. Does anybody want to
Yeah.
play Landstalker? Yeah, actually, Tompa, do it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I can do it. This is Landstalker for the Genesis by Ratfunk in 2 hours and 26 minutes, or 35 seconds. A run I was waiting a while for. Most everything went right, and it's within 5 minutes of the task. Kind of good, I guess, for such a long run. Which I hope to beat someday. And at least I didn't break my controller this time. I guess you broke the controller in a previous record.
Yeah.
Yes.
one of those speedrunners.
Yeah, raging or something, or like mashing buttons too hard. Good stuff.
Mecha has gone through about 10
he
Xbox controllers.
mashes and rages, so it's
Well, he just like the D-pad literally falls off when he plays Victor mode.
that's the problem. He needs to use the D-pad on a 360. It's so dangerous.
Yeah.
So this game seems to be a lot of shooting tornadoes at people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a shooting tornado game. Mm-hmm.
I really need to play like more Sega games in general.
That's not
I'm
true.
a Nintendo guy, purely. I'm not playing any good games or anything.
It
You
is an
should play
isometric
more.
game, though, so it can't be all bad.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Who was the one who used to run this game? Was that San? San RB?
No clue.
I'm pretty sure.
No.
Pretty sure that's him. But hey, how about this? Page
Good
5.
job. Hey man, Lost Odyssey. Any of you? No, it's not even worth asking, is it?
No.
Diesel, go for it.
All right, cool. So this is run of Lost Odyssey. This is the PAL version, an any percent run in 7 hours, 25 minutes, and 46 seconds by Potato Handle.
Guess what genre this is?
7 hours, 25 minutes. I'm gonna guess run and gun.
Yep, that's it.
I knew
It's
I'd
a run
get
and gun
it.
where it's quicker to mash.
I was thinking puzzle platformer.
Puzzle platform. Could be. Alright, he says, a recently found glitch with the ability Persistence has allowed us to slice a good 30 minutes of prep time off the fourth disc, as well as reducing the brown trousers factor of the last boss by a huge amount.
Wait, we've got a thingy for this.
We have a
So
highlight.
yeah, there's a thingy for this, so you can watch the brown trouser being reduced.
I'm curious.
This run beats the previous world record by Red Buddha by 15 minutes, mainly because of route optimizations involving the glitch. There were also no big mistakes, which cost more than a minute, but because of some pretty average luck, I'll be working on improving this again soon.
I got disappointed because I thought this was the one about space pirates, but that's a different something Odyssey. What's
You
that?
mean like Scouts of Arcadia? No, that's
No.
not Space Pirates.
That's not space pirates. I'm thinking of the one
Yeah.
where, you go to planets Rogue Galaxy. That's not even close to Lost Odyssey.
Oh, hey, that's a cool game.
That's a cool one. I don't know why I thought it was this one then. Never mind. Yeah, this is a JRPG, as you may have guessed. I don't know anything about it, I'm afraid. I'm just amazed it's on 360.
Yeah, I don't
No.
know. I never played this one.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a Square game. It's like an original
Oh,
Yeah,
it's Square.
IP.
It
I
is,
think.
yeah.
Huh.
Oh. Crazy. And they put it out on 360?
Yeah, and
it's
PC, I
only-
think.
is it not PS3?
No, I think it's just I think it's 360 and maybe PC.
Oh yeah, I forgot Square kind of abandoned Sony a few years ago. Well, not abandoned, but fell out of a little bit.
Yeah. Except for when they want to sell Final Fantasy to people.
Yep.
And
They'll
they
sell
just throw
wherever
that,
they can. Yeah.
throw that shit all over the place. When I say shit, I don't mean that derogatively. I mean that in the general,
Likely
object
story.
sense, right?
Nah, they're pretty shit these days, so it's alright.
Yeah. Bizarre. I think he just killed Safer Sephiroth there. Like, looks a lot like him. But hey, good job to Potato Handle. Still not too sure what a potato handle is. Is it a handle made of potatoes or a handle for potatoes?
It's a convenient way of handling your potatoes.
Okay. Is it a grip for your potatoes? The potato handle. This is how you should hold them.
Grip for your potato.
Potato constructed, potato handling handler.
Made from potato. But there seems to be actually some timing involved here, so that's all good. This is a long clip.
Like Legend
I
of
think this is
Dragoon.
looping or something. I don't think this
Is it?
is
I
how
can't
long it's
tell.
No,
supposed
it was.
to be going.
Yeah, it was. It was long.
Okay, there you go. Speaking of Max Payne 2, Jacob, do you want to talk about this one?
Okay, I haven't played it, but I certainly know about it.
We're not
Is
doing
it-
very well on playing the games
Yeah.
here today, so don't worry about it.
It's Max Payne series, obviously a very famous FPS series. This is any percent.
Third person.
Oh, did I say FPS? I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
I knew that. Okay, 4646, including load times by Cotty. And his comment is, pretty good run, still improvable as I've had a run where I was 22 seconds ahead after the first chapter, but I'm not expecting to get another godly run like that. Theoretically, sub 46 should be possible, but I think it would require a near-perfect run. About 95% of the strats are stolen from Anarchy's old run, so the improvement comes mostly from better execution. The only glitch in the game is the super jump, which is executed by switching from one-handed weapon to a two-handed weapon, or the other way around and jumping. So,
I mean, who would even try that, right?
yeah.
So I'm gonna guess Ridder doesn't play this game.
Who?
Ridder, the guy who only does Max Payne runs.
Oh.
And has a bunch of sick Max Payne runs. Has no one else watched those?
No.
I've seen some Max Payne speedruns. I don't know if I've seen those in particular.
Yeah. He's got like the record in every category, makes categories up. It's just like real dedicated to beating Max Payne as best as possible. Does good commentary too. Nobody's seen. Okay, never mind.
Nope.
He's cool. Watch that. But anyway, this Max Payne 2
Fiesel's
is...
flipping through his NES collection to try and find Max Payne.
But yeah, it looks very similar. So Cotty's also a cool guy. This is what happens when you stop running Dark Souls 2 and start running other games. It's amazing how much you can get done. But yeah, good job, Cotty. I know he's been streaming it, so check it out if you want it. If you want to find out about Ridder, though, on the other hand, just read any of the Max Payne threads or look at any of the STA things. So, hey, PJ, this one seems like it's for you.
Hey, I want to do this one. I want to do this one.
Okay, no, never mind. Sorry, Douglas, go, Russ.
All right, this is Metal Warriors. This game is so badass. Okay, so this is Metal Warriors on Super Nintendo by OmniGamer in 21 minutes and 35 seconds. The 80%. Yeah, he's been playing this pretty recently. This is a really cool game. I don't think I really played that much single player. It has a really awesome, like, split screen, 1-versus-1 multiplayer thing where you just kind of duke it out in these mechs. But yeah, it's like this, it's kind of like this futuristic, like dystopian, almost like mech side-scrolling game. It's relatively unknown, and it's incredibly rare. It's one of the most valuable and rare Super Nintendo games today. But this game is awesome.
You didn't even need to say who the runner is. You could just describe.
Oh, yeah.
That.
Yeah.
That should be self-descriptive, but it's a really badass game, and yeah, it's no surprise that OmniGamer plays it. So OmniGamer does have a comment here. It says, a decent run overall. This is my first deathless completion using the riskiest routes in all stages. The next fastest run was 22 minutes and 10 seconds by Gia, and was on SDA until being removed recently. This run uses several new clipping glitches and other route changes that enable this run to be almost 2 minutes faster than Gia's if done correctly. I think a submittal time would be around 20 minutes and 30 seconds. So that's what he says. Yeah, this game is really cool. If you like, side-scrolling games and the 16-bit era, it's really awesome. I just remember I played this a lot with like my brother in the 1-versus-1 mode. It's pretty cool. So like, there's all these different mechs, and you can press if you press select, you jump out of the mech, and you can fly around as like, what are you fucking laughing about?
The video, I'm laughing at the video.
It's a caterpillar, dude. It's a mechanical caterpillar that shoots fireballs.
No,
man. Just don't worry
it's
about
the juice, man. You gotta drink the juice.
Drink the juice.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay.
There's no way out except
Right,
for
now
in a
you've
coffin.
seen it. Okay.
See you later.
So yeah, you can press select, get out of your mech, and you're this little dude with a jetpack that pretty much dies in one hit. Wow, the mech hit him with his chain, and it did 3 damage. Wow. Usually, if you get hit by anything, if you're flying around like as a person, you die instantly. And wow, yeah, if you get damaged enough, you lose your weapon and you run around armless like he is right now. And there's nothing you could, if you find a health, it could restore you if you're lucky, but he managed to somehow complete the game with no arms. So, wow. World record.
I even used it to make a test of this game a while ago. Despite never having beaten before.
So there is not a test of this game yet?
I think someone else finished one. I can't remember.
It's like a relatively unknown game. It's pretty like in the shadows, but it's really cool. I recommend.
I quit before finishing the first level, so.
Oh, yeah. I might have gotten to like the second level, but like the head-to-head mode is really cool. If you're
I played it all the time with a friend. So.
Yeah, definitely. So congrats, OmniGamer. Cool stuff.
I was waiting for you to say TAS again because I had a segue, but it doesn't matter. The Metro Prime this week, 56-minute game time by Miles.
It's unbelievable.
Oh boy.
You guys remember when sub 1 hour was impossible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good time.
I still might think it's impossible.
The thing is, I don't remember when sub 56 was, when 56 was possible. I don't remember when that was happened. When did that happen? I guess like a few days ago.
I don't think it did happen. I think...
it happened whenever this run was done, I guess.
Yep. Miles just said, you know what, that's it. We're getting 56.
I saw him get like 557s in the past like week.
Yeah, he had some really amazing runs that were probably on pace, and then he got screwed on the final boss. Like, he's had a pretty rough streak of luck, but not this time.
Yeah, he nailed it.
The game finally let its guard down, and that was the wrong thing to do. Yeah, I don't know. It's unbelievable, because this game feels like there should be a lot of runners. Like, it had a huge community, right? Now it's just Miles.
Well, there was a race
so
recently. There was a race the other day with a few guys who sort of know the game, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they made sure that Miles was away that day.
Sorry, the what would keep me from running it is just those space pirate like frigate resets. Like, I wouldn't be able to stand playing through that intro every time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. Hey, this one I don't really know what it's doing on the list, but this is Mirror's Edge PC 80% in by Submit.
Something didn't finish getting filled in, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
And the comment is nothing, but there's a YouTube video, so maybe the YouTube video.
Yeah, I'll check the video.
You'll never
it's
know.
4254 single segment. There we go.
You'll never know.
4254. Good job, Submit. Arcano, you're fired. All right. If anybody wants to open up a new no, I'm kidding. So 4254.
Yeah.
By Submit. All right.
Amazing.
Okay, Mortal Kombat.
How about this?
Boy.
Mortal Kombat 4 for Game Boy Color.
On Novice.
4? It went all the way up to 4 on the Game Boy?
What? Right, it's the 242 by Jeff Sledge, who said hard execution world record speedrun performed on Super Game Boy 2. Damn.
Wow.
Remember, kids, don't let your friends run fighting games. It's not healthy.
No.
Oh boy, PJ. Has he got music this time?
Yes. Well, alright, so here's the deal. This didn't have the in-game audio. So I came to Gildersleeve's and I knocked on his door, and I was in tears, and it was a big mess. I wasn't proud of it. But he said, no, don't worry, PJ, I can make everything alright again. And so we have in-game audio for this, thankfully. This is Muppet Race Mania by Cyberdemon 531 again, who regretfully forgot in-game audio, but we found it. And the time right now is 9 minutes, 9 seconds. Well, 9.77 seconds. So I'm just going to let this start playing. So we can maximize the audio time.
Yeah, I'm just going to listen to the audio.
Right, yeah, and then when this is done, we can read his comment. What a spectacular game. Alright, so he says, this run is one of the best all-around runs I have had yet. Every level was either decent or great, with the obvious exception of the rooftops. Lost time on Muppet Labs due to not having enough boost to perform the skip. But most importantly, this game has spectacular music.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it. I don't really understand this game, even a little bit.
Is this a racing game?
Yeah, I don't know. I really have no idea.
It's like a really interesting racing game.
I think this is a kart racer, but it's got this stunt mode, right?
It's like a platformer more than anything from what I'm seeing.
I'm pretty
Crazy.
sure that's how it is.
I mean, I'm sure it's racing, because it's called Race Mania.
Alright, that's cool. Music's done. I can go back
The
to playing
music
attention.
actually isn't done, but the clip is
Oh,
done.
Oh.
okay.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
cool.
know how that works, but... Anyways, we're gonna move on.
Let's move on. Okay, so we have, oh boy now, which of you really liked this? Was it Feasel? No, it wasn't. Wait, it was
I think
who?
it was you.
It was our
I think
guest.
we all really liked it.
Ah, no, but it was our guest,
Oh.
wasn't it, before really liked it.
I like it. I've watched it a lot, actually.
Oh, cool.
Read this
Awesome.
off.
It was Duke, actually, wasn't it? Was it Duke you said he was? I don't matter.
No, it's
Anyway,
Blackie.
Chuckle. Blackie,
So, yeah.
that was it.
This is Night Sky. I've heard it called Super Metroid Morph Ball Only. I like that name. It's a game where you play as a marble, and you have to roll around all kinds of crazy places to get to somewhere else. CFG has been playing this for quite a while, actually. This is like his second biggest game after Ocarina of Time, and the category here is 100%, or 100% alternative mode. 57 minutes, 16 seconds. He says, "I got this during the speedrunning general marathon. I crushed the previous record by almost 11 minutes, and this wasn't even good."
Jeez.
So, very ZFG comment there. But it's kind of fun to watch this. It looks like a very hard game to speedrun, because it's got I haven't actually played it, but I've watched it quite a bit, and the physics look very strange. I haven't even figured them out yet. Maybe if you actually played the game, it would be easier to understand. But yeah, that looks like a very good time. I haven't seen him get under 90 minutes for this category before, so this, I'm guessing, was, despite what he said, a pretty good run.
Awesome. Okay. Next up, oh boy, it's a Japanese Saturn game, so none of us have played it.
Nope.
That's alright, I'll give it to Russ then, because he said sweet, so that's cool.
Well, I have no idea what this is, but Saturn's awesome.
We've had it on before, actually,
Yeah.
because I recognize
Oh,
the
really?
names.
Okay.
Yeah.
You will
Okay.
like it.
I already do. It's this apparently is Ninpen Manmaru on the Sega Saturn in 3315 by Wooking Long.
Turtle Bug's the best.
Right? Wooking Long? All right.
Looking long, yeah, that's how I would go about saying it.
So that's
Oh my god, it's the penguin one!
What is
Right,
that?
I remember now.
Yeah, it's this one.
oh wow.
Yes.
I
Looks
have
like a
a
lot of
Japanese
fun.
Saturn. I should buy this. Nice.
Oh. You play as it's Nin
This looks
Pen,
pretty
I
good.
keep forgetting. How do I keep forgetting that Nin Pen is Ninja Penguin?
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh.
Shame on you.
Okay, Wooking Long has a comment for us. He says, this run is a prime example of new tricks with bad execution, overall leading to a better time than a previous run.
Always the best
Interesting.
one.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Looks like he's still running the game. It won't stop until it gets sub 30, so there's still quite a bit of improvements to be made on top of what apparently has already been discovered as the large skip or something. New tricks. So cool. We don't see that many Sega Saturn games on the show.
Yeah, very
no.
few.
This one looks pretty solid. Looks nice and colorful platformer. That makes no sense at all, of course.
Yeah.
Just a shitload of floating platforms and obstacles with no real basis in any kind of real reality, But
Yeah,
Sure.
it doesn't matter though, because a Ninja Penguin will be able to get through
Oh,
all
yeah.
of it.
Right,
anyway.
yeah.
I like it. I feel like this game should have come out on every console and be like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
this was the
Definitely
next.
It reminds me of
Mhm.
Chameleon. It reminds me of Chameleon Twist a little bit.
Yeah? Dude, I just want a Ninja Penguin now. But hey, we got some Paper Mario here. Now, hey, Tompa,
Yep.
am I wrong in thinking you know a bit about Paper Mario?
Well, I don't really know much about it. I played through it, I liked it, and I watched a few runs, but I don't know anything really.
Do you just want to
Okay.
read all the words in front of you then?
Yeah, let's go for it. Anatomis, he got all 3 records for the Paper Mario this week. That's any percent, all cards, and then 100%. And for the 80% run, it says, I managed to pull off, yes, mentioned that he got all records. And this run is 1 minute faster than the previous one by Sabby 18. And all the cards in 3449 is 2 minutes faster. And then 100% in 5 hours and 10 minutes. So that's all the categories that people play for that game, pretty much.
Good job.
But I don't know much about the runs in general.
No.
There's some glitches they do.
All I know is that this guy's pretty good at it.
That's awesome. That's like 11 hours straight of like world record.
Yeah.
Were there any failed attempts in there too?
Most likely. But there are quite a few nice tricks and skips in this game.
Alright. Hey, PJ.
Hey, what?
Nice.
Hey, Plock.
Oh. I was
Would you like
busy-
to
I was still
plot
watching-
continue?
I was still watching Thingy.
Dude, it's not a highlight, though.
But I know.
Yeah, I was saying. I just wanted to say plot continue. I'm sorry.
Just wanted to say Plock.
Alright,
Plock in
so
here.
Plaque
Yeah.
is still one of the greatest games in history. Whether or not you want to accept it is irrelevant. This time, the record has been improved by Yoshi Pro 101, who I think is new to the Plaque scene. So he brought it down, this is the 90% with warps, brought it down to a 34-39. He says, went pretty well, made a few silly errors throughout, and Creepy Crag and Go Home Cavern were...
Yeah.
Playing this game on a PS3 controller is really awkward. Next goal, though...
We can hear
Yeah,
you,
but you're
but
up
the stream
choking.
just blew up.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's the lightning striking your house, we understand.
Yeah.
There you go. It's back.
Here, let's just go back like 20
Yeah,
seconds
just back
in
up
time.
and do it again, man.
It'll be fine. We'll just take it
It's
from
just
the top.
your upload's going funky. So
Yeah. I haven't checked outside. I thought the storming was over, but it might still be going on.
that's cool. You know, in my country, they put all the phone lines underground so that storms don't affect it.
No, we connect all of ours with as much metal as possible and put them up at the
Oh,
very
right.
top.
Uh,
Yeah, that way the lightning's scared of it because it knows that we're ready. Yep.
but plot.
Yeah, so Plaque, I'll read his comment again. Went pretty well, made a few silly errors throughout, and Creepy Crag and Go Home Cavern were meh. Playing this game on a PS3 controller is really awkward. Sub 34 is my next goal, though that'll require really good play and less silly mistakes. Some of the most stupid mistakes was pausing the game in Creepy Crag because I spilt my water, and using clock power for no reason other than someone in chat said to use it. Some really optimal gameplay there.
Yeah.
Now, that has happened in other things. I
Yeah,
mean,
we've heard that before. This is not the first time we've
Yeah.
heard
Yeah,
that.
spoiler alert, Majora's Mask comment is pretty solid.
There's also things like getting distracted by chat and accidentally finding new strategies and stuff like that. It's,
Yep.
Yeah.
Dog ran on my keyboard. So he says, I'm looking forward to getting my capture card so I can go to a more comfortable controller.
I like that Plock now has 3 runners, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Mecha, Countdown, and now Yoshi Pro. And depending on how bored I am and how quickly I finish all the categories in Solstice, maybe me. We'll see.
Yeah. Alright, okay, so this is Pokemon Heart Gold as well. Now, this is any percent glitch, and I don't really know what that entails. I haven't seen DS glitches, really. I can tell you about Pokemon Gold glitched, but that doesn't help here. So, does anybody actually know anything about this?
Nope.
Not the glitch run, no. Just the normal ones.
Okay, well... Oh, there's a paste bin. Oh, thank God. I need to get it. Hang on.
Otherwise, we were going to use creativity, and that's not what you want.
I was just going to say it's just a really complicated version of the Pokemon Yellow thing. That's a long paste bin. But, basically says you can go out of bounds, skip entire gyms and story stuff, and do everything out of order. The run starts off normally until I get Whitney, where I receive... Oh, I should probably just make this window bigger. Where I receive the bike. The bike in this game moves so fast that it's possible to cause parts of the game to load incorrectly, allowing skips to be formed. Doing this is called tweaking. Oh, okay. These skips can save anywhere from 40 seconds to an entire hour and make the run much shorter than normal. Also, you use completely different Pokemon for the duration of the run. I pick up Kenya to deal with Whitney and Morty's gym. I don't remember there being a Kenya in Pokemon Gold.
There is in this version.
But I like that you're cycling in the floor. deal with Whitney and Morty's gym, but after that I catch the shiny Gyarados at the Lake of Rage and use a Murkrow to help with Blue's gym and capturing Mewtwo. For the red fight, Gyarados is so powerful that he can rip apart everything in Johto with his amazing move pool. However, the hardest part is probably the first real gym fight with him against Chuck, where I died due to bad luck. Then there's a bunch more. I'm not going to read all of it because it's long, but I'm going to paste them in there. Oh, no, I'm not. Hang on. I'm going to actually copy them. How did I even get that up there without copying it?
Sometimes it's best to
I
just
don't
not
even
ask.
know. I don't even know. But read the rest. There's more. It seems pretty fun, and that's crazy long as well. Like 3 hours with glitches and all that. I guess the remakes got pretty lengthy. But hey, good job, Chubfish. Well done. Yep. Oh boy, Puzzle Agent. Now, I don't know how good this time is, because I beat Puzzle Agent 2 in 2 hours in my first playthrough. But I'm not going to comment. Puzzle Agent's a pretty fun indie puzzle game, but it's puzzles as in like the puzzles you get in a book. You know, like if you bought a book of crossword puzzles, stuff like that. They're just random things like that. It's like you have 6 hats and you need to get the 6 hats across the lake, but if you leave this hat with this hat and stuff like that. It's just like weird things like that. So I don't know you know how good this is, but Rini MT got a 2912 on the PC version, any percent, and just says still some optimizing to do, but overall very happy with the execution on this run. So there you go. So you can see here, like, you got to pick up the pieces and build the shape so that it fits. So it's just sort of like Myst is. Once you just got to know what to do and just quick click it. But they're pretty fun games. They got a good sense of humor. And a little fun little story. So I would recommend them. Are we all okay, PJ, with audio?
You sound like a robot to me, but I'm pretty sure it's just me.
Sounds okay to me.
You're right. Yeah, I think just bad things are happening over here.
Okay. Well, speaking of bad things happening, Quest 64, the N64 version, 100%, 241. 54 by Kurt Q.
Wait, 100%, 100%. Is he playing the Pansy version again?
He's playing the Pansy version.
He didn't even tell us the version. That's the Japanese version again. You cheater.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Hey,
See,
second
I
sight.
saw the time. I didn't even check the category. I just assumed that he'd be playing the correct version.
He's playing Tale Adventures or whatever it's called. All right, hey. Who's played Second Sight? Come on.
No.
Silence.
I have not. I only saw it.
I don't even know why you keep...
I've never heard of it.
I don't know why I try it. Second Sight,
I don't know
as far
why
as
you
I'm
keep
aware.
asking.
I'm pretty confident this is the game that Free Radical made, the makers of the Fantastic Time Splitters, made one spin-off game that wasn't Time Splitters, and it was Second Sight, which is a game where you sort of can blow people's heads up with your mind.
That's not a game, that's real life.
Yeah. This is PC segmented any percent on challenging difficulty in 44-45 by Reki, who says, I've been working on this for a while, so happy to finally see it come together. If you haven't played Second Sight, it's basically what would happen if Time Splitters' team made an MGS game. There are a lot of breaks in the game. There's change to a wall clipping method, which you acquire in the 5th level, as well as a first-person glitch. The game does not normally allow you to enter first-person mode and move. Most segments are close to perfect. 1 to 2 seconds could be gained tops. The other segments have especially good luck. Usually from your allies, AI. That is hard to... There's too many commas in this sentence. I don't like it.
But you complain that there's never enough commas. So this
usually
is
from your allies, AI, that is hard to get ever again. Hopefully I'll add a commentary track to this run with Serpin, the guy who found almost all the glitches. I got the developer right, at least. So I'm doing pretty well.
Well
But
done.
yeah, Reiki's a cool guy. He runs all the sort of PS2 and Xbox era games that are really cool, but nobody's actually made runs of yet. So, he's good. Oh,
I like
where'd he
this right there
go?
where he gets shot right into the wall.
Yeah. Huh.
And now apparently his bullets can go out of the wall, but the enemies can't come in, so
Right.
just sit here and you're fine. Obviously, that's how it works.
Yeah.
I'm just watching now.
Okay, no, Skype.
There we go.
I heard silence, and by heard
Oh,
silence,
no.
I mean I didn't hear anything, and I thought Skype just murdered itself again.
It's alright. Here we go. Secret of Evermore 100%, 2 hours 32 by Voltus, who says, new world record by 9 seconds. The run wasn't really good, so it's easy to improve the time and push under 2 hours. Remember when any percent was more than 2 hours?
Yep. I remember
yeah.
that was 2.5.
Yeah, for years.
Yeah.
Alright, PJ.
Alright.
It's your time to shine.
Oh boy. Incoming power outage. Right, so Solstice, I got a 6:03, which is 20 seconds faster than the SDA run. And there's still a death in this run, which is pretty embarrassing. But it's pretty cool. It's a really great game. I use a lot of new tricks in this, like the spike jump, which we saw at the very beginning of that clip. I do a lot more really risky jumps that Lucid Faya left off. So I'm going to be trying to get to, like, I think 556 is going to be the limit with my routes. And I don't think I'm going to try and take it any closer to the task, because it's impossible. But it's a pretty cool game. I've really enjoyed running it. I think it looks pretty neat, too. So yeah, hopefully I'll finish up the any percent, then I can move on to 100%, because that'll be pretty cool.
How much longer do you reckon that is?
Like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. I did look at this game and I thought, how could this be a full length? And then I saw you run through that maze and I was like, oh, those arseholes. Like, that's a long ass maze too. It's not.
Oh yeah, that's the quickest way through it.
Yeah.
It's much longer than that.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool game. I've really enjoyed playing it.
Awesome. Speaking of really cool games, Fiesel was just telling me about this game earlier. And
Okay.
he'd love to now tell all of you about it.
I was just
as well.
saying how I'm going to definitely read this one off.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we have Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. That's actually what it's called. It's
Yeah.
any percent run in 132.07.
See, we
by
tricked you
Matt
by
Blitz.
making it an acronym of S and AS.
That's Super Mario and All Stars.
Yeah.
Sessert. Anyways, run by Matt Blitz, and he has some comments for us. It says, although there are still a few minutes I'd like to shave off soon, this is a pretty good run. There was one major mistake that I will hopefully fix during this week, but a route change from the previous record helped knock the time down a few more minutes. The game plays like a pretty typical kart racing game, with the Diddy Kong Racing 3-vehicle style, except that you can actually transform into a boat or plane mid-race, depending
No
on the
way.
track layout.
No
That sounds
way. That's cool.
The story mode features a wide variety of race types, such as battle races and challenge modes, so it's a pretty exciting run. But that is a cool mechanic, being able to switch the vehicle type.
Dude, now he's a car. Do you think he'll become a boat in this clip? Because then we've seen it all.
We're never gonna find out.
Oh,
Bam.
That's a truck.
The fun police have arrived. Nothing to see here, folks.
okay. Well, speaking of no fun, then Return of
Yeah.
the Jedi.
Speaking of no fun, Tampa, you got this.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know
this
why
is
you guys hate this game. I love this game, seriously. The Super
It's
Star Wars game
hilarious.
is so underrated.
We'll go
Anyway.
for it.
This is Super Return of the Jedi for the SNES by Edenal in 29 minutes. You actually retimed this to get like just below 29, I think. But it's around there.
Can't
And
just retime it until it's under 29.
yeah, pretty much. He's about submitting this to SDA at least to replace this old run. This year's you picked the worst level.
Oh boy,
Bad choice. You
you picked the best level
Yep.
to show how good the game is.
Well, this game is very fast paced, really. There are a lot of cool tricks and glitches you can do in it. Like,
Yeah, let me find
Yeah,
the
but-
Emperor fight dance-off.
go for it.
Where is
But
it?
honestly, though, this series is really good for speedrunning.
Except it ends with 6 minutes of auto-scroller.
Really trippy looking too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to see actual gameplay. I just want to see Star Wars
see that
Recreated
auto
16.
scroll. Yeah.
It's like the power game.
Pink Floyd that plays during this part.
All right, here we are. The dance
This
off.
game makes for good rounds. Oh, the dance. It's also bad stories. Pick a different level. Come on, PA, pick something good of the game.
No, there is nothing good in this game.
Oh,
That's the best you get.
no, it isn't. Have you even seen runs of this game recently?
I had to verify it, and then he beat it the next day. Yeah, the run is actually really impressive. It looks a lot better than the game is. It is terrible to watch, or terrible to play, but great to watch.
Yeah, I absolutely back that point
It's
out.
so mean to the game, though.
What?
To give it some credit.
No.
Yeah, don't be
Alright.
a Darth hater.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Alright, next up, Jacob, do you want to talk about this game? I'm not even going to bother asking if anyone's played it.
Like, yeah. Oh, I played this game a lot, actually.
Oh, really?
No.
Don't lie to me.
This is, Summon Knight Swordcraft Story for the Game Boy Advance. I did own a Game Boy Advance, so that puts me
Oh,
close
that's
to
a
it.
good start.
By King Long, and the time is 2 hours, 35 minutes, and 3 seconds. It looks like the name of an RPG, so I'm assuming that's what it is. Is there a video? Oh, there's... Okay.
Yeah, there's a video.
Okay, so he says, to my knowledge, this is the world record for a single segment, as the only comparable run I can find is a segmented run on SDA. With that said, this is Swordcraft Story, one of the few games made by Flight Plan that made it across the Pacific. Don't let that title fool you. This game is about punching things in the face with drills rather than swords. Otherwise, you abuse enemy AI and run from nearly every battle. Okay.
Look at this fight.
He's doing a bad job at blocking. He's got his claws up, but
Not putting
Kind
that
of
much resistance.
fish. Alright,
Huh.
interesting.
Some sort of crab punching.
punching crabs in the eye.
Crab punches back. Take that, eye stalk.
That takes a lot of damage. Whoa, I love that attack. So,
Punch, you mean?
yeah, the crab, it looks, the claw.
Oh, that.
And I like how the other stalk takes damage too. Oh, here we go. He's punching stuff again.
Huh.
This is really weird to
Yeah,
watch.
it really is just punching everything to death.
It's just like finding a spot to stand and punch.
Huh.
He's giving me a
Punch your
spot to
way.
stand and I will punch the boss. Well, this one's actually pretty close. Oh,
This
no,
goes
never
on
mind
for
it.
2 hours and 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Lots of punching.
Well, rather you than me, Wu King Long.
Punchcraft Story.
Hey, so this run's pretty good. I'm
Anyone
not gonna
played this
lie.
game?
Has anyone played this game?
Of course.
Come on, be honest now. Good. This one's
Oh,
yeah.
really... It's really good. It's a really good run.
It is a really good run.
Lee, after 2 years of playing Yoshi's Island and being rubbish, no, I'm kidding.
Wow.
He basically came out and crushed this any percent with warps. He beat the world record by like just under a minute. And it's full of just all the dumb tricks and that. If you want me to rag on another runner, imagine if Trihex was good at Yoshi's Island. And this, I mean, come on, it's so hard. It's so hard. What am I doing? But he has a comment here. We will read it. But it's a 141.38 Japanese version. And he says, obtained in the Mega Marathon. The best run I've ever had and ever will have. At most, I have 10 seconds of mistakes and maybe another 20 seconds of time is savable if I choose to use riskier strats. I lucked out by accidentally getting a near TAS only 1-8 boss fight, which saved 3 or 4 seconds. I tend to use strats that don't lose time when failed, but also don't consistently work. In this run, everything worked. I highly recommend watching the run for YouTube just for Carl Sagan's reactions, which I will back up, are brilliant. I'd like to give a massive shout out to Carl Sagan and Trihex, who got me into speedrunning, and the rest of Ash Yoshi, who've given me support in my 2 years of Yoshi's Island running. Apologies to Gilda Sneeze and Green K4 for giving them too many damn highlights. This is a really cool run. Yeah. It's just, I mean, there's awesome tricks, constant swag, and just the commentary is hilarious. Just listening to them, like, screaming at Lee, like, what are you doing, man? Like, why? It's really, really good. A great run.
I need to watch that. I haven't seen it yet.
And watching clips like this and, like, listening to Sagan.
Yeah, Sagan's flipping out through this whole thing. He's flipping out.
But it's just really good. It's like a really good, clean run. He gets some frame perfect actual skips, and just amongst it all is just doing stupid stuff like ground pounding into immediate death and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's backsters, there's all sorts of stuff. It's really great. I would sort of recommend everyone watches it. I made Exo watch it, and all he does is bitch about how boring any percent is when I link it to him. So I don't know if he enjoyed it. I think he did, but it's really good. It's just really good.
This final boss fight is crazy.
Yeah, he misses one egg.
Yeah.
Which, considering
Just
people have been
fires them
running this
straight
game,
away.
considering people have been running this game for years and still don't really know how to hit eggs on this guy, that's crazy.
Well, you can hit every egg shot and do it a lot slower than this. Like, he
Yeah.
just grabs the egg and launches it.
Yeah, I think there's one miss as far as I know.
Yeah.
Oh, look how far back he is. When have you ever seen a guy
I've never
like
seen
get
that.
Bowser?
I've never seen him that far back ever, except in the task.
Like he's getting really close up to his TV so he can look at the pixels.
Yeah, he does that. I thought it might be fake, but you can hear his pad squeaking and crunching as he plays, so you know it's real.
He does the
Off-screen
swag
ground
at the
pound.
end.
Right?
Oh my
See?
god.
It's really, really good. Go watch it. All right.
Yeah, mad good.
Okay, so, hey, would you believe it, PJ? Majora's Mask got improved.
I would not believe it. This
One-
comment is like my favorite part about
Oh
this.
boy. It's 136.51 by Enop, who says, God damn, 136? But stupid mistakes. I failed by bomb choose with 69 rupees, missed Woodfall Rising cutscene skip, and Mum Nop knocked on my door, which is a 20-second mistake. I think I'll try to get up to 136 or maybe 135. You got to make sure those family members are luck manipulated properly.
Yeah.
Momless.
Mumless, yeah. So
And still gets the record.
still gets the record.
And
If you
needs
watch him do
nerf.
runs, actually, like, the mistakes he makes are, like, somewhat large ones. He makes, like, no minor mistakes ever.
Hmm.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's a monster. He needs a nerf in the next patch.
All right, Tompa, tell us about this one as well.
Oh my, CFD is trying so hard to get a good run on this. Yeah, this is Ocarina of Time in 4:49:15, 100% run. And his comment is, this run was overall very well executed and had great luck, including a second try Dampe. And Dampe sucks in this run because it's a 10% chance to get a hot piece. It take forever for you.
You can lose over 10 minutes easily just on luck in the middle
Yeah.
of...
But had one made a mistake at Hyrule Castle where I messed up Seamwalk. The Seamwalk is just skipping a part of the Hyrule Castle area.
You can do this with a hammer now?
Yeah, this is the new
yeah.
strats.
That's so good.
Best turn. And got caught by the guards and lost over a minute. Because of that mistake, I still want to improve it a bit more. So he's still trying hard, and I enjoy watching these runs. So good. And he's, oh my god, all the time.
Yep.
But it's very enjoyable to watch these runs, in my opinion.
I have no idea what's happening with this bomb.
Oh,
Yeah.
these are the new Volvagia strats. You hit... There's two Volvagias, one of them's underground, and you hit the underground one.
What?
Yep. Like, there's a Volvagia that flies around and the one that comes out of the holes, and you can hit them both at the same time.
Are people still finding new stuff in this game?
It's like every single month since 2000. Like
2000 and 2000.
2000
Man,
2000.
that was a long
like-
time ago.
I don't know
don't
if that
know.
was a long time ago or a long time in the future.
So for everything that they programmed in this game, the developers just thought of like a shortcut to just get it done. Just get it done.
Yeah,
This boss,
right.
how do you want to go underground or fly around? Fuck it, just make 2 bosses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Make it simple.
How are we going to make this map work? I don't know, man. Just
Why
pretty
can't
much.
we just
program
make the walls
protection most of
thinner?
the-
That'll make things quick.
damn. So yeah, good job, ZFG. No, you're always going to keep doing this to us. But good. I mean, at least it's under 5 hours now. So the dangerous thing is, the shorter this run gets, the more time people have to actually do
I
attempts
love
on it.
Mr. Rose on Bongo.
I
Oh
think
boy.
this game is one of the best speedrun games in general because there's so many weird things you can do and
Yeah.
many different roads to take and stuff.
Hands
It's
down
probably
the best
most
puzzle
broken
game.
game of all time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of very broken games. I think this one
Yeah.
has just had more people try to break it.
Yeah, and they've done very well.
Yeah. Good job. Oh boy, the little mermaid got beaten. This is actually an improvement, isn't it?
It is an improvement.
By like 2 minutes?
No. Like
No?
2 seconds.
Okay, that's alright then. PJ, seeing as you know so much about it,
I do. I love this
talk
game.
about it.
I've played this game a pretty significant amount of time, and I'm not ashamed to say that.
It's alright.
So Rafiota has improved a Little Mermaid run. I think it was Dugong's before that.
Yep.
But the time to beat now is a 7:16.4. Pretty spectacular game. He left us a comment. This game, oh my god. Only 2 bosses are not RNG, but finally I beat Dugong time by 2 seconds. I think sub 7:05 is possible with super RNG. Greetings from Poland.
Oh,
Yeah. This is a really cool game, though.
Yeah,
This,
it seems like.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go on. No, I was going to say, it seems like the thing that seems most able to save time would be some of these boss fights. Like, I don't know, but like it seems like a lot of times you're just like hoping that you'll be able to freeze the enemy and as early as possible to throw them.
Yeah. I think
But
the
most of the
second
rest of the
boss
stuff-
has the eels with the crabs you gotta shoot at them, but the crabs
Yeah.
can't be bubbled unless they're actually up, and they can just like sit there and crouch for a
Is this a
million
Capcom
years.
game?
I don't know.
It
That
feels like
walrus boss you can't actually hit unless he drops shells, and he can just like push frozen fish at you for like forever.
Yeah, but most of the rest of these levels seem pretty optimizable. I mean, pretty optimized already. So it's mostly just a matter of getting good boss fights.
Yeah.
good to see you had that missed shell in there.
Yeah, he did miss a shell. Yeah.
This is actually a really good game, though. Surprisingly. Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
That I don't know why you would ever do that, but in this case, it's actually a good idea.
Why does Ariel have purple hair?
Shut up. Because.
It's
She can
because
do
she's
whatever she
underwater
wants.
and the water's dark. It makes her hair look a different color.
Yeah.
Don't you know anything about physics?
Not really.
Refraction and stuff.
Yeah, refraction and light refraction and color
Come
refraction.
on, you got it.
Yeah, I did all of them. I got them all. Hey, speaking of Tony Hawk's Underground, it's Tony Hawk's Underground on PC. The 80% beginner category by Piatas, who says 43. And he says 43.26. No, he got a time of 43.26. And he has a very long comment here, which we shall read. It says, this run can still be done faster, and sub 43 minutes might be possible. I'll definitely try it, because why the heck not, right? I can't explain my love for this game. Used to play it a ton during high school, both with friends and online.
During
Online-
high school.
That's what I said.
Yeah, just imagining him like at high school.
Oh, right.
In class.
The online taught me some fun stuff and made me more competitive with the graffiti mode, where you have to tag as much objects as possible. Okay, with a big score. The run itself is pretty straightforward. The only part I mess up with time and again is the last few mission selecting. I'll need to cram a bit more later on. Might try a 6% run eventually. Wait for it. And then that 3-phase thing. Obligatory shoutouts to my Surge Train homies, Chrono the Sinner, and my lover for supporting me throughout this misery. Thank you for this time, and see you some other time. I like to say, I think, that it's Chrono the Sinner and my lover, sort of as in, no, don't worry about it. It's okay. Good job for running Tony Hawk's Underground. I look forward to a 6% run if you do, because I heard that's pretty nuts. It's definitely hard to play through normally, I know that. We got Tyler Tasmanian Tiger. This is the one with the boomerangs, as we know.
Yep.
This GameCube, any percent on 133.52. Sorry, 135.52 by Hen Jones. He says, Ty is a classic collectathon 3D platformer where the biggest challenge for running it is just remember a route. Therefore, I would like to recommend it to anybody who likes 3D platformers and would like to try out speedrunning. Shoutouts to #Ty on SSRL for learning me the route, SRG Marathon, where a new record might happen during the bonus stream, and of course, Flicky for being a baller. Well, there you go.
You just added that part.
I don't.
Well, dude, what are you talking about?
That is not in this document.
Yeah.
No, man. If it was me, I would have had a little F.
I don't see it.
I don't see it. It's not even there. You
Dude,
just
I
made
would
it
have had a little F. That's totally...
I'll show you a little F.
Yeah, you... a little disappointing there. Oh, okay. Let's go on. PJ, talk about this next game and about how it's going to be on the show next week.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, it's scheduled to be on the show.
It will be on the show, and it will be a good episode.
So help me. I will turn this car around. Right, so Fiery Blizzard improved the 100% V to 1740. He improved it to that 3 times, as far as I know. I think he got 3 1740s. All he said was, bad, but at least there's an elephant.
I've had a lot of nights out like
As
that.
promised, there it is.
There he is. There's the elephant.
That's a very emo elephant.
Yeah, I still don't really get it. But, VVV will be on the show next weekend.
But none of us will. And there might not be a broadcast.
And it's gonna be with Tranquilite and Fiery Blizzard, and it's gonna happen. Okay? Good.
Okay.
We're gonna try it the 3rd time. If it doesn't work this time, it's never being on the show again.
No, ever. Even if he breaks the record, it's never being on the show again.
Alright, now Feasel and if any Tomba or Jacob want to chip in, take us in with these last 3 Zelda 2s.
Take us home with the Zelda 2s. Okie doke. Okie doke. Well, Zelda 2, who would have thought? There's more Zelda 2 from ProJN. He's done 3 more records / improvements to his records. He's got 100% all keys. I'll go down these in decreasing order because that's how they're listed here. But the 100% all keys is basically like the biggest category of them. You get all the items in the game like 100%, and you also get all the keys, so you don't ferry through the doors. You actually play all the stuff that the developers wrote for you to do. So it's the grand category. And 11804, which I think is an improvement over himself, if I'm not mistaken. Then he's also got a New Game Plus, which I think this was the one that Arctic had beaten his record at last week or the week before, something like that. But anyway, so he's got it at 3848 New Game Plus, which is kind of a fun run. There's not a lot of like the normal boring stuff of going through the towns to get spells and all that stuff. You basically just
None of
focus
the boring
on
stuff of playing the game, yeah.
Yeah, you focus on the execution and not so much like who am I supposed to talk to and where do I run around to. But unfortunately, it's so optimized that it comes down basically to monster RNG more than execution now at this point. So I think he got, what was it, 7 encounters or something like that, which is
Wow.
which is like the least that I've seen in a good run. And then we've got a New Game Plus Glitched, which is the fastest category of all in this game. It's under 10 minutes, down to 9:48 now. So that's a fun one, but that's not much to it besides being really good at doing those frame-perfect tricks.
Awesome.
Yep. Good stuff.
Cool. Just to also mention, we knew about it, but we received mixed messages of whether we were meant to talk about it or not. But Crystal obviously got the Link to the Past run in 1:24:15. Tom
The only reason why she hasn't broken that record before is because she hasn't cared for it, pretty much. She wanted to practice everything and get everything perfect.
Yeah, she did about 10 months of practice, right?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and then hasn't done any attempts. I have no idea how you can do that.
Yeah, I
Several people have been close to get the record.
That's like teasing, as far as I'm aware. Like, teasing yourself and not letting yourself actually do what you want to do. It seems horrifying. But, yeah, 1:24:15. Crystal's pretty good at Link to the Past. Tom, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good?
We're still 11 out, you say? Well, the thing is, you can't really compare with Crystal because she's inhuman sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's not even on the scale.
Yeah.
No, you practice each room in the game with save states and plays like hundreds of times. Gives every pixel perfect, literally. And like no one is at that level yet in the game.
Yeah.
So she's too good.
Crystal pretty good at games.
Yeah.
Well, okay, hang on, sorry. Crystal pretty good at game, yeah. Right. Congrats to
Speaking
Crystal.
of other people who are pretty good at game,
Yeah.
well, actually, he's good at several, but Karakarin has improved the Final Fantasy X Japanese
Oh
record.
yeah.
And I didn't even know, I didn't even notice that he was playing in Japanese until I realized I was an idiot.
Yeah, he was streaming on Nico too. Did he get a sub 11? Is that what that was?
I don't know. He was like 7 minutes ahead of his record, though.
Yeah, it's like 10:50 or something.
Yeah, it's he's pretty.
Because they have slightly, I think in the Japanese run, I'm not sure if he was competing with all the Japanese runners, but they don't allow like the cutscene skipping. I think.
Oh,
and
really?
They have some
There's a few
special
different rules,
Yeah, they have some different rules.
Huh.
But I saw him streaming on Nico, so must have just did that during the show. Nice.
Yeah, he was doing the run during like
Yeah, it
all
finished
day,
and we got
obviously.
rated
Yeah,
at the beginning of the show.
I think he was like 9.5 hours or something into it when we started.
Yeah.
So.
Damn,
Wow,
insane.
10:53:50 that is
Wow.
Jeez.
Wow, yeah. Good job, Karakhan, who also did a Final Fantasy 9 run yesterday, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder, like, if he went by their rules, like, if you've gone to Nico and look at the Final Fantasy X, like, on the wiki, like, he's actually on there, but they put it into a separate category because...
They always do,
Yeah,
because he's a
because of
Western
something.
runner. They
It's
put it
dumb.
in their own box.
Yep.
Like, when Yoshi's Island Cole had the record,
Yeah.
there'd be, like, this huge list of Japanese times, and at the bottom, in its own box, Carl Sagan.
Yeah.
It says Japanese version, everything exactly
Yeah.
the same, but because he's an American runner, he had his own box at the bottom.
Yeah.
But they have some weird rules. They're allowing turbo to be used in other their rounds for some reason.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I really can't understand that.
It doesn't make sense. I can
Turbo
understand
not
it. as-
used, so your faster
Yeah.
time...
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, right. Why wouldn't that
What?
be included?
I
At least
understand.
when Awakening 2, they play with turbo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do on almost every game. Devil May Cry 3 run was with turbo. And then he didn't use jump cancelling, which with turbo is really easy. It's very easy to hit a per frame perfect window when you're pressing a button on every frame. It's in fact
Well, it is, because
impossible
it's
to
not
miss
registering
a
then.
window.
You're just holding the button.
Right, on every frame. I can push a button on every frame, too.
So I guess he'd be off by half by a frame.
Yeah. Makes his odds 50%. That's even worse than normal.
But anyway, enough about that. The SRG marathon, if you are into that sort of scene, I guess would be the way to put it, has been quite a lot of fun. By
I
that
didn't
sort
even
of
know that
scene,
was
all you
going
have to
on.
know it's a 4chan marathon. It's been a lot of fun. There's been some really cool games being run there, some cool runners, some very interesting conversations. I'll leave it at that. And if you know you like the sort of chat, if not, just mute the chat and sometimes mute the stream as well. But it's been a cool marathon. I will just say a little bit of warning there. If you're the kind of person who knows they don't like that sort of thing, toggle the chat off, mute the stream, and just enjoy the runs themselves. If you do like that sort of thing, go nuts.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know that was going on. until
Yeah, it's been
yesterday.
going on the weekend. I will say one thing, actually. They have a really cool, good layout and overlay. It's really cool looking, simple design.
Yeah, it
it
looks
has
nice.
the money on the stream. Yeah, it looks really nice. And it's been smooth running, too. The restreamers and everything. They've definitely done a great job organizing it and everything. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun in some runs, and in other runs has been really interesting. If anybody saw the Metroid Hunters block, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But hey, I won't go into any detail. Cool. Is that it? Are we done?
Possibly.
I think we are. And what we need to do is pimp future episodes. Oh no, wait, there was our Twitter question that we need to quickly mention. Can you guys find someone to rate as well? And I'm just going to find... We had a Twitter question this week. We asked if you're out on a date with somebody you really like, it's going well, they don't know you're into speedruns, and then suddenly you see Feasel, what do you do? We got a few interesting responses, mostly consisting of ditching the girl and going out with Feasel.
Oh.
A bunch of Pokemon references, which were interesting, and it was pretty good. There was this one which I liked just because of how much of a non sequitur it was. Catch the Feasel and let my date have him. Meet the date at Indigo Plateau and defeat them in a battle to become the Pokemon champ. And that was from Alex Creed. I really know. There are a few others. One of them was, oh, there you go. I would offer the wild Feasel my pants, as likely they wouldn't have any on. That would be why, because I said wild. That's why there's all the Pokemon dead. But yeah, it was pretty good. I very much enjoyed the answer to that question. But please follow us on Twitter. There'll be random stuff like that every Friday. And possibly some actual good questions too, when I'm not trying to desperately think of one before I go to bed. Also, please watch some ads after the stream's over. We're going to find someone to raid. Cool. Next week, VVV with Fiery Blizzard and Tranquilite. The week after that is Rosenkreuz Deleta with BJW and Hag someone?
Hagspam?
Hagspam?
Hagspam, yeah. Yep. So there you go. We're doing something a little different there. Hey, Jacob and Tompa, do you have any last things, any shout-outs you'd like to say?
Any last words?
Any last requests?
Start Run Link's Awakening. It's an awesome game to run.
Yeah,
And if you haven't played it, play it.
Yeah, shout outs to all the people who have gone into making this the speedrunning scene of this game, like Tompa obviously, Exo obviously. There are others too. Tigger. Yeah. Ducky now is getting really into it too. Shout outs to him. He's getting really good times. Go check him out if you like the game. And there are other runners too, but I can't name them all. It's actually getting pretty popular.
Sweet.
Shout out to my cousin who bought the game for me.
There you go. So, have we got someone to raid, by the way?
Do we?
Do we? I don't know.
Yeah, Ducky Feasel, I mean.
Feasel has one.
Possibly.
Oh, okay. Go for it. Post away.
Oh, hang on. Have we not raided that person before? No, we haven't. The message is going to be shout outs to Tompa's cousin. Go raid Golden, who's streaming Mario 100% right now. Go check that one out. And hopefully watch some ads after the show. We're going to run 3 minutes of ads after the show. If you want to stick around and watch those for us, that would be fantastic. Yeah. Give us a bit of pocket change so we can buy some penny sweets on the way home from work.
Yeah.
Do you have penny sweets in America? Pick a mix, I guess.
I don't know what those are, actually.
Just nodding and saying yes. That's
okay. Cool. You going to post that golden link anytime soon?
We're all waiting for you to do it.
There it is. There you go.
There it is, right there.
Message. Shout outs to Tompa's cousin. Watch some ads. VVV next week. Have a good one. Bye bye.